All right, shout out to everybody on the YouTube stream. Shout out to everybody that came to the Flock Talk. Let's do this. Let's go section by section. We will make sure that everybody gets a chance to speak. And if you guys have questions that you guys would like to discuss when it's your turn to speak, and we're not on a topic, go ahead and open it up. Set the tone, set the floor. Let's do it. All right, everybody. As we can see, Pop the Balloon episode 33 has just dropped alongside of a lot of stuff that has dropped on our channel. We have done a lot of stuff thus far. There's a lot of content, so anything we reacted to, we could talk about, or if it's anything you guys would like to talk about in the public, as long as it's not something that's gonna get us canceled, y'all can talk what y'all want to talk. All right. When is the chinchilla gonna appear? Well, my wife currently doesn't allow me to have a chinchilla. Nor can I have the ostriches. So there's a lot of things I can't do. But let's start it off. First things first. First things first, we're gonna ask after I show the whole lineup of people. Now, pay attention when I ask this, because some of y'all be trying to segue. How did you guys feel about this episode? Not a specific person, the episode. Okay, let's follow instructions. How did you feel about this episode, right? Do you guys feel like it was a good episode? Do you feel like it was a bad episode? Do you feel like it was a slow episode? You feel like it was a waste of time episode? How do you guys feel? Alex, go ahead. You can start it off.
I'm gonna be real. I don't even remember the episode.
That's crazy work. It's on the screen.
It was like, I know it's on the screen, but I can't even remember what happened in the episode. It was terrible because we only got one match. I did not like this episode.
This is the episode where we had the guy come out and you called him a construction worker. We had Stanilla suit. We also had Danny come back and do his wig and weave joke. Lady Veronica, welcome to the stream. We also had Chi-Chi at the very end have her pop off moment, which we'll talk about later. But overall, this episode, you didn't like it. Okay. So
no, I didn't like it because we only got one match.
Right. Monet, how did you like the episode?
Hi.
How you doing?
I didn't really doing great. I didn't really like the episode, to be honest. I felt like it was underwhelming. I kind of expected there to be more, what's the term I want to use? Like more clickbait. Like it seems like there's just been a recent trend with a lot of people trying to say a lot of things to get their 5 seconds of fame and everything. So I kind of was expecting that with this lineup. I kind of made that judgment. But I wasn't really a huge fan of this episode. It kind of sucked in my opinion.
Okay.
I didn't like how there was only one match. Like there were a lot of good contestants and everything. It was crazy.
Okay. That's a valid opinion. Thank you, Monet. All right, Gino, how'd you feel about this episode?
Yo, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm alright. Episode was trash. Basura. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about it.
Okay. He said trash, basura. Okay. Miles, how do you feel about this episode? Don't forget to accept it when you get the hand symbol. It should light up for you. That way it allows you to come up here and share your opinion. Okay, he took his hand down. All right, Poetical.
Who was it?
It's all good. We got Poetical. Poetical, how do you feel about episode 33? Was it a good episode? Was it a bad episode? How you feel?
Well, first of all, hello to everybody. I'm back. I wasn't able to make last week's, but that's all good. So quickly, I'm just going to say this particular episode, there were a lot of attractive women on this episode. Not enough matches. Got to do better. Got to do better next time. And I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, just like that.
Okay, set the tone. That's how we like it. Thank you, Particle. Bear Claw, how do you feel about episode 33? Let us know. See, I like this. This is good. Everybody's following instructions. Nobody's trying to jump to us to the end already. Like, let's take it slow. Let's enjoy the conversation. How you doing, Bear Claw?
Hey, good evening, y'all. How you doing? Flock Talk, Alex, KiteZz.
Hey.
Yeah, you know, this episode wasn't the best, but I want to talk about this one segment. No, I'm kidding. I'm
I was
just saying.
about to get disconnected.
Oh, Lord.
No. Overall, you know, I thought it, like, I kind of share the sentiments that it was a little boring. Like, there's some Pop the Balloon episodes that are just straight up chill, and it's chill because, you know, the lineup's chill, the people who come out are chill, and, you know, you get some matches. With this one, you know, it's just one of those things when you watch a show, whether it's The Office, Seinfeld, and you run into that one episode where you're like, yeah, that wasn't really my favorite. It's not on Arlette or BM. It's just, you know, this episode was just a little lackluster. It's bound to happen when you watch a show that has a lot of episodes.
Right.
You know, I felt like, of course, there was just one match, but I don't know. Besides the one gentleman that came out that was pretty humorous, there wasn't really anything kind of memorable from this one. And I just thought, like, all right, that was kind of a forgettable episode, but, you know, it happens.
Right. No, I agree. So the beautiful part is, that's why I'm here, because I can create topics about this episode to make y'all think about some stuff. So that's why I'm asking y'all now. But the topics we're going to talk about will be interesting enough that it will at least spark a conversation between y'all. Smiley, my boy. Yes, sir. How do you feel about this episode? How did you feel about episode 33?
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a dead horse, but it was definitely boring. I get what like Alex was saying and Mr. Poetical was saying. Like it was just very boring. They was definitely over whooping. It felt like, you know what it felt like? It felt like I had to do a homework assignment back watching this just to like talk about it on the Flock Talk. That's what it felt like. It felt like a tour.
Okay.
Definitely.
No, that's valid. It's okay, because the topics, I'm going to create some interesting topics out of this episode. It's salvageable. Don't worry, it's salvageable. Big M Dub 60. How did you feel about episode 33?
Firstly, shout out to you and your wife.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Love your content.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You know what? It is like Peanut Dead Horse. You know, this episode was kind of subpar. You know, it seemed like you had a lot of people on an episode trying to do their own thing and trying to, you know, go viral. You know what I mean? So, it a lot of things didn't like click like it would normally, you know, click, you know, in the other episodes. So that's my input.
Okay. No, that's valid.
Okay.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid. Miles, let's see if you got it this time. Let's see if you can come up here. Share with us how you felt about episode 33.
One second. So, I think Miles might be on the phone because
Okay.
they're new to Discord.
Right.
So,
Okay. Somebody who's on the phone, can you guys in the chat show Miles how to access it? Meech, you're up. Meech, how did you feel about episode 33, big dog? And it's glad to have you back on the Flock Talk. Don't forget to unmute.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
What's up, man?
How
My
you doing?
bad.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. What's up?
How did you feel about
All right.
episode 33?
Public announcement. I'm building the next episode, so don't
spoil-
trip.
Why did you spoil it?
Because I gotta save the audience for tuning in next week. I don't want y'all to go there, huh?
What? So you really gonna be on it?
They're on the next episode.
Why did you spoil it, gang?
You ain't gonna know it's me though.
Yeah, we know what you look like. We know
have
what
your
you look
selfies in the
like.
Discord.
What y'all talking about?
We know
That's
what you
AI.
look like.
That's AI, man. Anyway, look, 33. Look, let me tell you about 33. Who said it was like a homework assignment? That was hilarious as hell. I ain't gonna lie, that was funny. I think Danny should have just went last, low key. But it was cool. It was cool. Somebody else said, you do have episodes like, you could be like, all right, man, okay, I just can't wait for the next one or whatever. Like, it was cool. It was cool. The ladies, they were just tough, especially the last girl. She was just tough, but like you said, we can't talk about certain segments yet. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it like a 6.9 out of a 10 actually.
Okay, no, that's generous.
Yeah, like
I'm sure you'll be able to break down what segments you was rocking with. I'm really mad at you, gang. Why did you spoil it?
What?
Dang, bro.
I think he's capping.
Is he capping? Are you capping for the stream,
When
bro?
I see it, I believe when I see it, bro.
Was you capping, bro? Was you capping, bro?
Oh, like the Cheerios, like the all berries, Captain.
So
man, get him out of here. He play too much,
bro. Get off my screen, dog.
He always.
I was genuinely excited for him, bro. Bro capped on his raps, bro. Really, that's really crazy.
I'll be so mad, bro.
Rena, welcome. How did you feel about episode 33?
I would say just throw it away. Oh, how y'all doing? Sorry.
Good. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I am good. But I would say just throw the whole episode away. I didn't see no purpose of it. Like the lineup, it was, I don't know, it was just not there for me. But I did apply for the show.
Okay.
But I don't know. If I end up on a show like that episode, I'd be very pissed off.
If you get on the show, you better talk your talk, all right? You better go in there with your look. This matter of fact, this ain't just towards you. This is towards everybody that watches our content. When you go on the show, all right, you better look your best. If I see any goofy outfits, you are gonna come back to this Flock Talk, and we gonna have a talk, all right? I need best outfits. If you say any of the forbidden words of initial attraction, all that, I'm cooking you. And I'm gonna make sure I add you in the video as I'm cooking you. You gonna stop playing. Y'all know better. All right? I hope you do get on it, though. Okay. I hope everybody find love.
Okay. Yeah. I got the short haircut like the girl. Like the red dress, the second to last. Okay. I don't have the mushroom, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. We're gonna move you back down, but I hope you get on it. Miles, let's see. Last time, Miles, let's see. Let's go. Third time's the charm. Let's go. Golden ticket. You gotta click the hand symbol as it lights up on your phone.
Let's see.
I don't use it on my.
Different on the phone.
Yeah, I've never done it on the phone, so
yeah,
I don't know.
It's different on the phone.
Yeah.
I could. Oh, 1 second. Hold on. Real brief.
Okay.
Hey, Miles, when you're on the phone, you have to swipe up.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Okay.
You got it?
There you go.
Woo. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So yeah, to get you guys to find out, I'm legally blind, literally. So you guys found that out. Thank you. Yeah, I lost my vision 8 years ago. Yeah, to brain surgery. So I got my vision back though. Yeah, so that's God is good. Really,
God is good.
Yeah, I went from blind to all the way can see now. So yeah, but I still have some problems though.
Okay.
But nevertheless, though, this is my first time.
Welcome.
I am a comedian. Welcome. Thank you guys for having me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the show was great, actually. Okay. I'll be honest, I thought the show was fun. I like to look at the positives. I thought everybody had great outfits, something to talk about, something not to talk about.
Okay.
I thought the camera angles were great. I thought the show was running kind of smoothly. I like to be entertained, so I had some laughs. I had some arguments to myself, so I enjoyed the whole show.
Okay.
I couldn't complain less. It was great.
Hopefully you bring some of those arguments as we get to these segments so we can hear. You have a great voice, by the way.
Absolutely.
We can tell you gotta be like a comedian, son. Your voice is very powerful.
Been doing stand-up since I was 10.
Hey, shout out to you. Don't forget to link it.
I didn't get funny until I was 18 though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't get funny till I was 18 though, so I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah, I wasn't that funny when I was 10. You know, knock knock, who's there? Like it wasn't that good.
Understandable. All right, I'm gonna move you back down so we can start this first segment. Let's do it, y'all. All right. First things first. Everybody turn your attention because we're gonna talk about it. The first gentleman that we had.
Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello. Welcome in. I'll have you hold that. What's your name?
Giovanni.
Giovanni, how old are you?
32.
And what do you do?
Oh, I'm a videographer, cartoonist, and I'm a personal trainer.
Okay, very cool. What are some things you like to do for fun?
Oh, me? I'm an artist in every sense of the word, so
okay.
I like to draw, paint, sculpt, clay, anything you name it. Also, heavy on editing. I like to really learn. Like I'm a student of the game, so for instance, something like this, I love watching this. So I watch little things like the cameraman doing something like panning to somebody making a joke or something like that. I'm like, oh, I understand that. It makes.
Okay. How did y'all feel about the first guy, gentleman in the orange crop top? I know I said some things. Some people didn't like my comments about him, which is perfectly fine, but it's still my comments. It's my opinion. I'm not changing my opinions for nobody. How did you feel about orange crop top? Go ahead and raise your hand. Let's talk about it. Miles, you're up first. Come on, Miles. You figured out the method. Come on. There you go. There you go.
I sure did figure.
Yep, he got it now. He understand it now.
Pro, right? I'm a pro now, right?
Right. So how did you feel about the orange crop top gentleman?
Yes. Well, first thing I thought, being from the New York, Jersey area, I know guys like him. Yeah, he pretty much fluffed his whole career. So he said he was a trainer. That's a lie. What he is one of those people who work out in the jungle gym while your kid's trying to play in the playground, making little ad videos saying, you want to get in shape? Well, do this. That's what he do. He's not a real trainer. That's the first thing. Second thing, he said he's a videographer, which basically means he went to B&H, got a DSLR camera, Final Cut Pro, got some audio mics, and called himself a videographer. If he's a real videographer, he would have said what college he went to, what film school he went to. So that was another strike too. And then the outfit was kind of a little animated. You know, that's his personal, opinion. But he really had a great look though, and he did pretty good until he started opening his mouth, and then that's when it all kind of went downward after that. So unfortunately, ladies know that person all too well. Good looking man. If he just didn't have that mouth, you would marry him, date him, do anything you want to him. But that's how the cookie crumbles.
So being from New York, do you claim that outfit?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely nada.
Okay.
No, papi, absolutely nada.
He said, we do not claim. All right. I appreciate you for that. He said, we do not claim. Monet, come on. Welcome back up.
Yo,
how'd you feel
about
Mr. Orange, man?
I mean, he has a pretty eccentric character. I like it. I like his animatedness. I definitely was getting those video game vibes from him, definitely. But I kind of like his character a little bit, and I do like the level of honesty and transparency that he had when it came to the things that he wanted and the things that he wouldn't allow. I really like that about him. I think he was a pretty cool dude. Now, could he have some fraudulence to him from what my guy Miles described? Probably. But, he seems pretty cool. Shoot, I'd let him holler at me because he seems cool.
So you don't mind Eddie Gordo from Tekken. You don't mind Eddie Gordo.
Nope.
Okay, you don't mind that como se voit. You don't mind that, dude. Okay, Monet.
Nah.
Hey, all dudes that look like Eddie,
I'm
you
just
know, shoot your
saying.
shot. Young Monet says she open and available for the conversation. You feel me?
Exactly. See Eddie Gordo right there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, sis. Move you down. Come on, Dub. Let's see how you feel. How you feel about Young Orange?
Man, I think he cooked himself, man. Man, when you have people, when you go in there and you have the ladies not pop, like that's a good first start, right? But then when you start doing too much, that's when those balloons start popping, and he started to do too much, and he cooked himself. I know he should have just, I understand you want to, show your personality, but he did a little too much, and he got all the balloons popped because he was trying to do too much. So I think he should have, of course, show his personality. Even some ladies, his style was kind of crazy for me, but I'm from Cali too, so we don't dress like that out here. You know what I'm saying?
No, we do not.
It was a little crazy for me. It was a little crazy for me too, but some ladies will even look, they're willing to look past that because they didn't pop their balloons. But yeah, he just started, talking too much and started to, do too much. So like I said, he cooked himself.
Okay, that's valid. Shout out to Cali. Shout out to Big Cali, the best state. You feel me? Everybody else, y'all just catching up a little bit. We the best state. Big dogs, Big Cali. All right. So it is what it is. Hey, if you're not from Cali, you whack. I'm playing. I'm joking. But Poetical, let's do that. Let's do it. Poetical, how'd you feel about Orange? You feel me? How you feeling?
All right. First off, this guy, he just became a chatty patty, so to speak, and he kind of talked his way out. Talked his way into getting his balloons popped. I mean, he did come in looking like a creative character, but he said that himself. So that's no slight or no diss to him.
Right.
He's animated. He kind of came through with the Nutter Butter shoes on, but that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, them things look funny style. But anyway, I mean, hey, if he would have probably talked less, he could have probably helped himself. I mean, but to his point, to his credit, he was like unapologetically himself. That's who he is. If you gonna rock with them, then you rock with them. Clearly, the ladies did it, and he got his balloon pop, and they got him up out of there. Well, hopefully next time, if he comes back, they'll find him a match, or keep being in these streets and looking. Maybe you'll find something there.
Nah, I feel you. Okay, Poetical. Okay, I feel you. All right. Before I bring the next person up, let's read the chat a little bit. We got Brit with the laughing emoji. It is funny. Crypto Block Trade said, best reactions in the game right now. We appreciate you. We do it for y'all. Miss Determined said, hashtag Cali Gang. You already know what it is. Bird Lady Speak said, hey y'all, welcome to the chat, Bird Lady. Miracle Homes, welcome in. Home Cooking, welcome in. Glad you guys all made it. Don't forget to join the Discord if you guys have opinions, you guys want to talk. Come talk to us. We some regular peoples. Anyway, start with the Cali Gang. Hey, y'all won't. Oh, I can't say that. Never mind. I can't say. I'm good. Hold on. Nah, you good. We gonna. Yeah. Lil Pudding Pop, you up next. Cali is not the best state. All right, but Kendrick Lamar said we the best state for till 2028. Y'all can't touch us. We unstoppable right now. Lil Pudding Pop, how you feeling?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We are blessed and highly favored.
Good. Awesome.
How did you feel about Orange Shirt?
I thought he was a little bit cool, a little taken aback when his first appearance, how he came out, Eddie Gordo and everything, but it's all right, you know. He'll wombo combo in you in the streets and everything, but you know, it's not bad.
You gonna
It's
do some
not bad.
strings? Some combo strings?
Hey, Tekken was my favorite game, so you know, I think he did all right.
Okay.
I cracked up a little bit with, you know, his segment with the the kid videos and everything. I cracked up a little bit, but it wasn't bad. How do I take it with the little ladies, you know, popping on him? I was surprised they didn't get on him for his fit in the beginning, just all around pops, but I guess to each their own, but I think he's fine, I guess. Could have little did better with the outfit, but you know, I think he did all right for his first time.
Okay. I think you was sugarcoating your response, but I'm gonna let you make it for right now until we get to the little puppet thing, because I know you had something you really could have said, but you playing nice right now, which is fine. It's fine. But when we get to the little puppet thing, I want everybody to be as truthful as possible. No more sugarcoating it. We're not gonna play nice here. This is Flock Talk. All right, we gonna talk our talk. Hey, Anissa, welcome to the chat. Cassandra Rodriguez said, working, but I couldn't miss this. These card members are gonna have to wait. I love y'all. Hey, don't get fired. Don't get fired. Be careful. If you gonna, that's all we say. Hey, don't get fired. We gonna post the video. It's gonna be posted. Don't get fired for this. All right, y'all be responsible at work. Goddess, come up here. Come talk your talk with the flock. How did you feel about Mr. Orange crop top? How you feel?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I felt a bit confused by so when he came out and, you know, Arlette asked him about what does he do for a living, and I think he said like a videographer and cartoonist or something like that. And then at the very end of his segment, he talks about how he's a 5th grade teacher. So
it's a skit. His skit is a 5th grade teacher.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. Okay, I was just confused by that part. Okay. But yeah, I guess overall, I mean, his style wasn't like first date, or I guess something that would be impressionable for first date. But I mean, that's just the way he dresses. Nothing wrong with that. I just felt like he was being himself and he was being honest. I didn't feel like he wasn't being disingenuous or anything like that. However, I mean, it was okay. It was cool. I mean, it's not everyone's, you know, style or taste, but it is what it is. I mean, I didn't really think anything negatively about him. I just thought he was cool. He was okay. I just didn't care for the way he dressed on the show per se.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Goddess. Okay. We're gonna get to the next person. All right, Bear Claw, how did you feel about Orange crop top? Let's do it.
Yeah. I just want to say this. Cali's the best state, but Detroit's the best city. So let's just leave that right there. I'm just joking, but the way I felt about the outfit is that in regards to that, I mean I felt like overall he was fine. I didn't feel like there was nothing really wrong with him, like overall, except for like that little bit at the end. But I said you got to walk a fine line on a show like this, because if you walk out and you don't say too much, you got a good probability of getting a balloon. But if you walk out and you say a lot, you're showing off your personality, you're being your honest self, but then you run the risk of turning people off. It's a fine line you got to be on this show as a man. I think overall he's an animated guy, which is fine, but I don't know. I just thought mostly he was fine, but towards the end, some points kind of got lost. So I thought I kind of agree with Goddess. Like it's kind of if he's your bag, it is what it is.
Okay. Okay, I rock with that. Chris, come on, talk your talk. Come up here, flock it, talk how you flock it. Yes, sir. Bro, Chris got this profile picture. He look like a rapper. He looked like
I thought the same
He looked
thing.
like a rapper, bro. Chris, don't forget to press the
like the old school 90s rapper.
Yeah. Don't forget to press that the microphone icon to unmute yourself. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's up,
Yes,
y'all?
sir.
How you doing?
What's up, Chris? I'm doing well. Yes, sir. I just want to say this. I thought he was one of the former Soul Train dancers. I'm like, wait a minute. I like Soul Train's been off for like 20 years, and I thought he was auditioning for like Soul Train. I don't know, because he looked like one of the dancers that you see on Soul Train.
Okay.
That's what he looked like. Seriously, like if you look at all the like 90s Soul Train dancers from like the late 90s, early 2000s, that's the way. Didn't they dress that way? I'm 41 years old, so I remember all that stuff.
Yeah, no, you're right. You are 100% right. So how do you feel? How you feel about why you put this GIF in here, bro?
I'm sorry.
No, but how do you feel about his overall segment? Do you feel like he was carrying himself pretty good? Like, how you feel about him?
Well, how I feel about it is this: if he had a little bit more of a mouthpiece and confidence, he could have actually got one of those women. But the problem was he was talking too much. Really.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Okay.
Because I'm like this: a guy could come in with a trash bag and still would have got one of those women, because out of his, by the way that he speaks.
Right.
That's all it is. It's your confidence in the way that you come into the room.
Right.
That's it, really.
Okay. Okay, Chris. Shout out for you, man. Thank you for giving us that take, man. Hopefully you have some more takes.
Yes, sir.
As we get through this, man. Don't feel scared to come back up here, man. Meech, how you feel about orange crop top? Now this one, I expect to hear something right now. I expect to hear some good feedback, Meech. How you feel?
Orange crop top was taking me out. That's funny. Yeah, he was like he didn't exude confidence, and I think the women they understood that. And then he kept saying like I don't want to put words in his mouth. Didn't he say something like, "This is me. That's how he dress all the time"?
Yeah.
Then that's when
if you don't like it,
yeah, like 3 more pops happen, but. He was a cool dude. I think he might come back though, to be honest. I think they gonna invite him back. But he just okay, question. Where was he going with the outfit on? Like
he said
where?
he said he likes to live life like a video game character. So he wore that because it just made him feel like a created character. That's why he wears it like that. That's why he wears what he wears.
How many pops are let him pop? Like, or what?
Like he got to pop like
He
2.
didn't pop none.
No, he got to pop some. He got to pop like 2, and then he got cooked after
really?
that. Yeah, because nobody popped on him until he started talking. Actually, Meech, you got anything else to say about him?
I just think, he did himself in. Like, I do agree with the other people. Yeah, he was talking too much, and then he just kept saying, like, that's how he always dresses. And then he got to read the room. Like, look how the women presented themselves, and they looking at him like, all right, we're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to be going out, and you're going to be dressed like that. Like, you don't even got a jacket or nothing, a sweater. Like, dude, it's the winter, and you got that on. So, yeah, he was cooked.
All right.
Yeah.
For sure, Meech, for sure. All right, here's a part of the segment where he was getting popped on a little bit. I'm gonna play it for you guys.
I had to just overlook and really just get into who he was. And as he started to talk, I started to not like him. I'm just a vibe person. His vibe just started throwing me off. At first, I'm all the things that you're, into. I'm a personal trainer on the side. I'm into fitness, clean eating, all those things. Creative. But then I think it was your responses that kind of threw me off. It was more so that.
Okay. All right. Same thing here. She's someone that's your type.
Fire. I like the fit too.
Thank you.
Judge on point.
Thank you. You too. You too. You too.
You know, yeah, like I said, it could only be me. So.
It's the shrug. I think it's the shrug. You're like, I think it was a shrug that everyone, you was like, well, you know what? I can't be. I was like, oh, man, you gonna do that when you go out? Or.
Okay. So, Remy, we're gonna bring you up. How did you feel about Orange Shirt? How did you feel about his segment?
Hey y'all, hey.
How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. So I have a couple things to say regarding crop top.
Okay, talk
and I think we just gonna jump him crop top at this point. So here's the thing, and this is just like a pet peeve of mine. I'm realizing like the bingo card stuff where people say the same things. Everybody that seems to come on here is a serial entrepreneur.
Yep.
I think at this point we should start asking for like reputable sources. Like I need references. If you say you do multiple things, I damn near want to see I want to see your tax returns at this point, because you can't come on here on a dating show not dressed in, I would expect, first date attire.
Mm-hmm.
You got to show up presentable. I understand everybody has their comfort zone, but I think where he messed up, like everybody's been saying, is just not having that willingness to change it up. And that's what it came across as. He wasn't willing to bend even a little bit. It's like, this is who I am. And it's like, ooh, that could factor into other aspects of the relationship where you're not willing to compromise as well. And then everybody's saying they're surprised he didn't get any pops. When women find a man attractive, they automatically start making compromises. Like, ooh, maybe he'll change this. He's an attractive man. He is. He was attracted to all of them. And that's where on the show where they're like, well, you're attractive, but like what you're willing to do for one person, you're not willing to do for another person. And this is a prime example of that. He's attractive. Y'all were willing to make compromises, but because he wasn't willing to compromise, he got popped.
Okay.
That's my little take on that.
Okay. One of the four horsewomen of the apocalypse. Shout out to y'all. Okay.
That's crazy.
Hopefully you got more
right
to say. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Put me in the game, coach. That was a great point, actually. I'm glad she touched on that. Put me in the game, coach.
Oh no.
Let's see. Welcome.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like dude was too animated, not serious enough. And then I feel like nobody want to pop on the first person no more coming out of the gate. So I think that's done with. I think a lot of them wanted to pop on the first come out, but they just don't want to get ate up in the comments.
Right. Okay.
But I feel like it's cool to pop on the first look. That's just me. If you see somebody you know just not, I feel like it's cool.
Okay, no, that's valid. Everybody got their opinions on it, but I feel like you can do it. I just feel like you should have an actual legit reason why you don't like the person. If you don't like the person, but because of fashion, yeah, it is shallow to go off of fashion, but at the end of the day, like he pointed out, well, this is how I want to look. Then it's like, okay, you're not willing to compromise on fashion, so that's a valid reason. But when people pop and they be like, I don't know why I popped. That's where I start getting like, then you shouldn't have popped. You get what I'm saying? But I feel you on that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate you. Hopefully you got more to say, all right?
For sure.
Moses, let's go. Talk your talk. Don't forget to unmute. Press that the microphone icon on your phone. There you go. How you doing, Moses? Is he?
Hold on, give it a second.
Yep. Boom. Moses, we can't hear you if you are talking, boss man. You might have like a Bluetooth or something connected. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we're gonna move you down so you can fix your settings. We'll bring you back up once you get it fixed, boss man. Jules, let's do it.
Hey guys, so I'm finally back.
Yep. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Abar, why does Orange Shirt look like an NBA 2K created character?
That's how he wanted to look, man. That's what he said. He wanted to be a game character.
No, I'm not denying it. That's kind of the vibes I went off on.
Mm-hmm.
But what I wanted to kind of discuss was the whole colorism topic. I know we're probably gonna go into that at some point tonight, but Orange Shirt kind of brought it up, kind of brought it to my attention when he talked about how he likes a certain skin color over another. And honestly, I'm kind of sick of it. It's 2024. I get it, preference is preference, but yeah, I wasn't really rocking with it.
Do you remember what chick he told? Does anybody remember what chick he told the color? He made the comment about skin tone to?
He would, if I remember correctly, he was talking to, what was her name? She had the tattoo. She was wearing a black dress. I forget what her name was.
Black dress.
Oh,
tattoo.
Alicia.
Alicia.
Yes. Yes. Okay. That's who it was.
Okay, let's see if we can get that segment. There we go. All right, we're gonna pull it up because I feel like that's a good point to bring up.
Creator, I'm a student and a cocktail waitress.
Right. Why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think we had some things in common. I love fitness. I like the video editing. I thought that was cool, the content creation. I think you do dress a little young for your age. Do you live in LA or something? You give kind of street. Okay, you kind of give me like LA, like streetwear vibes. And then I'm not the biggest fan of like long hair on a man. But I do think you're handsome. But those are my options. Those are my things.
Okay. All right. Same thing. Don't say she fire. Is she your type?
She's pressure.
Oh.
She's pressure.
Okay.
So like, I'm just saying, like, I would definitely approach you. You nice.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it wasn't her. Let's see. I'm thinking he probably, if he would have said it, it would probably be to the lady with the curlier hair, right? Maybe her.
Yes, that's the lady I was talking
about. I tend to like gravitate, like they'll come to me, but like, you know, I don't know, like I think like it was more of that.
Okay.
Okay, so right. Missing part. Let's see. Let's go back on.
So why do we end up popping hers?
She's pretty. I'm trying to stay away from the light skins. Like I tend to like gravitate, like they'll come to me, but like, you know, I don't know, like I think like it was more of that.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
But yeah, she's really pretty.
Okay, so he said he tends to he wants to gravitate away from the light skins because he seems to have them more often. So that brought you up into colorism. Go ahead and talk to us. How do you feel about that?
Well, first and foremost, as a person that is a little bit lighter, I feel somewhat offended. But overall, like I said, preference is preference. I get it. I've dated light. I've dated dark. I don't have a personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, it's 2024. I'm at the point of like what are we really doing here? Like, yeah, that's all I gotta say for now. But I'll definitely be back up for a couple more segments.
Okay, for sure. Respect.
We're all shades of wheat, people.
Yeah, I got a lot of opinions on the whole colorism thing, but when y'all are ready to open up that can of worms, we'll open it up. Moses, how'd you feel about crop top gentlemen? If your mic is fixed, let's see. Maybe is there something on his phone settings that's not letting him talk?
It can either be like his phone is not up high enough, the volume, or he's not talking into it, or he might have a Bluetooth or something paired.
Yeah.
Paired to where like he's not able to talk, or he probably needs to go into his settings on Discord and allow Discord to access his microphone.
Yep. So Moses, go to your settings and make sure that Discord has permission to use your microphone, boss man. All right, because I do want to hear what he got to say because he's tried to speak twice now, so I don't want to hold him. Nitro, let's do it.
What's happening?
How you feeling?
What's up,
How
Nitro?
you feeling?
I'm good. I know I'm a little bit late, but the quick summary was how we feel about this guy on the show, right?
Yep, orange crop top.
So I believe he was okay. Just, of course, the packaging could have been better, but like in terms of personality that he was showing off to the ladies, his likes, his dislikes, he was very straightforward, very intentional with how he was acting. But I think that comes down to the case that which we discussed on previous vlog talks, is people will like everything, tick off all the boxes, but just because it's not in a certain package, it doesn't work out for them. And I feel like this guy should come back for at least a BM talk to them, and possibly, you know, maybe in the lineup, because this guy's a creative guy, right? So there's no real reason to pop on him for the other ladies that were in that line that were creative. They just didn't like a certain thing, but they're ticking off 7 out of like 8 or 9 boxes, which is crazy. So, like I said, I like the dude. Of course, he could have dressed a little bit better for the show, but to me, he still looks clean because he's, like I said, he's a very artistic guy. Everything.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Respect.
Yeah.
All right, Nitro. Shout out to you. Also in the chat, metrosexual is not an insult or anything. You guys, the word metrosexual just means it's a male that is groomed. He grooms himself. So it's like a man who's truly interested in his appearance. He likes to wear nice clothes. He likes to have his face clean. His appearance is very, his appearance is his standard. That's what metrosexual means. That's not an insult to anybody. That's literally what it means. So if you guys feel like calling him a metrosexual is a problem, then you guys don't know words. He's allowed to be. There's nothing wrong with being metrosexual. That's not an actual sexuality.
Has nothing to do with sexuality.
Yeah, it just means he likes being groomed. That, like, he likes grooming himself. That's all that really means. So you guys are fine on that. Okay. Now to get off of him, this is the last thing we're gonna talk about him. Is this was the most cringeworthy part for me, but we gotta talk about it. So let's do it.
You a 5th grade class?
Yeah, so I'm a 5th grade teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Mrs. Arlette, on behalf of Mr. Graham's class, we want to give our deepest appreciation for letting the OG Mr. Graham on the show. And when I'm of age, I'm going to be a contestant, word too, no funny. And I would like to shout out my big bro, JJ, Mr. Perez, Angel, he couldn't make it to class today, but he the Gaza. Shh, Aiden, stop being ghetto in front of her audience. Going for the dogs. Shout out to the girl he picks, you're a lucky one.
Oh.
And if no one picks him, we flame him when he gets back.
All right, ladies, let's get.
Y'all better raise y'all hands. I better hear some opinions about this. Yeah, I better see some more. I need more than 2 hands. Y'all been talking this whole time. Let's go. Come on. I need more hands than that. Also, y'all don't want to talk about it, huh? All right. Yeah, raise them hands up. All of y'all goddess, where your hand at? All that. Yeah, there we go. Let's talk about it. It's Flock Talk, right? Yep. Nah, what is there to talk about? You tell me. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Everybody hands up now. Well, now you going first, gang. Everybody want to talk in the chat? Let's talk in here. Let's do it. How you feel?
First off, you ain't had to do my man like that. That's 1. 2.
What?
2. You know, some people, you know, they don't have their brightest moments, and you know, a lot of people's equilibriums aren't fully developed, or is it their frontal cortex? I don't know. One of them things.
Frontal cortex.
Something in the brain. Yeah. All I'm saying is, you know, I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to do something nice, you know, for Miss Arlette, and you know, wanted to break that tension. Cause you know it was a little awkward since he ain't leave with no lady, and them ladies was just crazy. So I understand.
Also, it was the ladies' fault.
It
was the ladies' fault.
Don't play that game with me.
I'm asking you a question.
Don't play that game with me.
I'm asking you a question. Was it the ladies' fault? He was the gym, right? That's your man's, right? It was the ladies' fault, right?
I will say, to a degree, there were both parties.
Could
have done better. Both parties could have done better.
How so?
However, because I understand wanting to be stuck in your ways about your outfit or like, you know, how you dress or how you do things. Could he have said it better? Yes. But there are a lot of women who came on that show who've done the same thing.
They've done that. The puppet thing.
Oh, well, you don't like my outfit. This is how I dress and all that.
That's not what we talking about, gang. No. We talking about what you just watched. Don't tap dance into another segment. This is the man you said you was interested in. He's short to you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it back for you. Go ahead, gang. It's all good. We got Flock Talk be 3 hours. We got it. Let's do it again. Since Monet wanna tap dance. She wanna tap dance.
Run it back.
All right, let's do it. Since she wanna tap dance, let's do it.
Appreciation for letting the
Run it back.
Mr. Graham on the show. And when I'm of age, I'm gonna be a contestant. Word too, no funny. And I would like to shout out my big bro JJ, Mr. Perez, Angel. He couldn't make it to class today, but he the Gaza. Shh, Aiden, stop being ghetto in front of her audience. Going for the dogs. Shout out to the girl he picks. You're a lucky one. And if no one picks him, we flame him when he gets back.
Now listen, it's funny.
Right.
I give him that.
It was funny.
He was doing his comedic thing. It was definitely cringeworthy. I will say that.
But
it was cringe as I don't know what, because no grown man should be making his voice pitch like that.
But you said you was interested in him though, right?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you have to.
Hold on. So if y'all went on a first date and he played that video for you to but instead of Arlette, it was saying Monet in there. What's happening?
I would think it was a very cute and nice gesture. Send her my pepperoni. But anyways, back to what I was saying. You probably have some weird stuff that you be doing that Alex is like, you know what? He's a little crazy, but I still love him. So yeah, exactly. Exactly. You be doing some weird stuff too.
Alex,
yeah.
I be doing cringy stuff.
No, Austin 316. Stop it.
Alex, I be doing cringy stuff like that.
Be honest. Tell the truth.
It's not cringy, but it's just like, why?
She hesitated.
Like why? What? Like no, because
no. Go ahead. Talk your talk. Talk your talk.
It's like what? No, I feel like you say stuff and you do stuff to get a reaction out of me, because you know it's just like I'm gonna look at you crazy regardless. Because who in their right mind would want a whole like ostrich cartel type business? Like it just don't make like why are we talking like this? Whoa! Just don't make sense.
Whoa!
What type of cartel?
Whoa!
Exactly.
Whoa!
Exactly.
Whoa!
Or a chinchilla.
Let's not talk what's illegal in this Flock Talk. Let's not talk what's illegal in this
Leave
Flock
the
Talk.
ostriches out of this. The ostriches came in my house
because
it disturbed my peace because of him.
Listen, because you know what's funny to you? You call the ostrich cartel cringy, but I have a lot of YouTube supporters who are supporting my vision. And I just found out our neighbors down the street have an ostrich farm. So my reality is a lot closer than what you think.
They're not ostriches, they're emus.
Hey,
and they're not even supposed to have that.
Hey, bird is bird. Bird is bird.
What the heck are you going to do
bird
with
is
an
bird.
ostrich cartel?
Look, y'all just we focused on orange shirt. We not focused on what I'm doing. All right, let's talk about the orange shirt. Let's not worry about what happens next year. Okay. Let's worry about what happens this year, right? All right.
He's orange as a bird, but okay. Anyways, but as I was saying, it was cringy. The things that he did. Would I appreciate the gesture of what he was trying to do? Because obviously he was trying to do something nice with the talents that he had. I can't knock him for that. Was it cringy as I don't know what? Absolutely. But he was trying to, one, shameless plug a little bit. I will say that. But also, do his talents. To, showcase his talents.
Okay.
Or let him be him. They have to let him on the show. So he was trying to be gracious.
All right. So right now, Monet has romance bias. So let's have somebody who's not. Let's get rid of the romance bias. Let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about it. Miles, come up here, man. How did you feel about
here.
How'd you feel about the puppet show segment? Let's do it.
So as a professional stand-up comedian and a joke writer, I'm just gonna let you know, it was corny. It was whack, it was bad, it was terrible. If you want to salvage it, the best thing he probably could have done is maybe at best he could have maybe spoke about it in the beginning of his intro, because it would have made kind of sense to do it in the beginning and then show his goofy side. But to do it at the end when you got no pops, it's like, man, just throw in the towel, like Rocky. Just throw in the towel. You're failing. It's miserable. And a lot of girls are giving him praise because he got some shoulders and some biceps and some triceps, and he got some definition on the shoulders, so they're gonna give him some grace. But it was whack. It was corny. The whole thing was wacky. It was just terrible. And I feel sorry for his family, and I feel sorry for his friends for telling him that it was good. He's kind of seemed like the kind of person who does like artistic stuff but can't take real criticism, and he's the only one that think it's cool, but his friends are like trying to be nice to him, and then he goes on stage or try to do some real comedy and gets bombed and booed, and Sandman kick him off the stage. Seen it thousands of times. Corny. I'm out.
Okay, he talked his talk. Monet, if you got a rebuttal for his statement, I'll gladly bring you back up here. But okay, she came right back up here. Okay, let's do it. Listen,
I completely agree. If he would have did his little, spiel in the beginning when he first came out, it definitely would have added to his prestige aura. That's one. Two. Ain't nobody worried about his muscles, his anything like that, because muscles can shrink like a raisin if you don't take care of yourself. So anyways, that's two.
But okay, so what no. You're not gonna get away with that one.
Ask me a question.
Okay. If the muscles are not a key factor on why you're attracted to that man right now, what about that man was attracted to you?
Like his humor. It made me laugh a lot. Like my side was hurting.
We just saying anything. We just saying anything. Nitro Marvelous also gave us a $5 super chat. We appreciate you, Gangi. How did you feel about the puppet segment?
So, how I felt about it, it's a bit of everything what people said, but overall, I liked it for a reason. All right. So yes, a little bit cringy. Right. So right there, I agree with everybody. But the guy came out saying that he's a creative. He pays attention to all things art, whether it's comedy or whatever it might be. He likes all the goofy stuff, anything that's entertainment in that aspect. Right. When he makes that puppet show or that 5th grade class, right, it's more of a gift, right? Because remember, everyone has their Instagram on the show. So it's not like it's an automatic, bad shameless plug, because we can't forget about James Gourmet Pies, who's been repeating himself how often, and you're going to say that this is as bad? No, this is lighter than what...
I think we're being disingenuous. I think this was obviously worse. I think this.
I don't think it was worse. Yep.
I think here's why it was worse. Right, James Gourmet Pies announcing his thing over and over. That's simply annoying, but it didn't make you cringe. When he said James Gourmet Pies 37, I didn't cringe at it. It was just like by the 5th time he said it, it was like, all right, gang, like you
got tired.
Right now, this segment, one, he had just got rejected by all these girls, right? And his segment already went pretty long, and so it was time to wrap it up. And then he was like, oh, before I go, you know, I'm gonna do this. And then he does this skit. And I love creativity. That's why in the video, I was like, I'm not gonna laugh at him. I'm gonna show respect to the skit. But then the skit, all the kids on the voice thing was him. And he's doing a female voice talking about whoever chooses you is a lucky woman. And he's doing all that. It's cringy, bruh. Especially when you're here to find love. It was cringy. If this was like a regular, you know, like show your talent thing, I would have been like, all right, cool, it's creative. But you're here on a dating show doing that. Wrong setting, you feel me? That's a big difference. James is just annoying. This was cringy.
So question, what if he had gotten that match and then played it still?
I think it would have been worse. I think it would have been even worse. I think the girl would have popped on him once she heard that.
Remember what I said at the beginning too, right? I do agree that it was cringe, right?
I mean, prime example.
But
look at the
ladies. He's that weird guy.
Look at the lady's face to it. This don't look like one? No. Look at all three of them. This is a prime example.
Yeah.
This is not. Oh, this is funny, cute. This is like awkward. This is the awkward laughing. Like we all know what that looked like. When somebody crack a joke and you don't want to be rude awkward. And say it was whack, you like like that was good. Like that's what that laugh is.
Oh no, you're 100% right in terms of how it looks from like on the show and stuff like that. What I'm saying is because he's that creative mind, I'm going to let him get by with that because they do show the Instagrams on the show, and it was just like a corny-ish skit type of gift for it, right? And he did ask before he played it, right? So I'm just giving him that respect, just like how you gave him the respect. You know what? During the reaction, you're like, yo, you're not going to laugh. You're going to let him do his thing. He let that play out. So even though I'm not too fond of it, I'm not hating on it in the sense, and I'm not talking about hating. Like
it's no hate. It's just wrong. Like I said, if this was been on any other show, I wouldn't have no opinion about it because it's just like, oh, okay, cool, neat. Because I see it all the time. But you did this on Pop the Balloon with Arlette. You did this on the biggest Pop the Balloon platform, where you know. It's like, I get shameless plug-in, but your objective was to find the girl. That means you had it preloaded. You had it already ready. You recorded this before you came here. You feel me? that gets to a point. It's
it threw me off too, but that was one of the things. So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not going to be like full on for it, but I'm definitely not going to be against it at the same time. So I'm like on the fence, but I'm leaning more towards for it type of thing, but I'm still on the fence, you know what I'm saying?
All right, okay. Let's get some more people up here. Yeah. All right, thank you, Nitro. Appreciate you for the $5, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, Remy, how did you feel?
Okay, so cringe, like so corn. It's one of those you don't know how to bow out gracefully kind of things. I just don't like people who do too much. Like, just you doing too much. Like you was already kind of just on the cusp of corn with the crop top and then the just over animated, because that's how people are going to perceive you sometimes when you're a really goofy person, especially if have a lineup of ladies you probably assessed are more serious. Yeah, the shameless plug thing, it was comedian one of his entrepreneurial skills, or did he just add that at the end? Because I'm not understanding where this came from.
I don't know. He do a lot. He do a lot, I guess.
And that's one of the things where it's like sometimes certain attributes about a person or certain personality traits can override how attractive you might be. Like when you go on a date with someone and it's like the external and the physical is all of this, and then they start talking and it's like what the girl at the end said, like it started plummeting, and it plummeted fast, and he was entering the atmosphere at like astronomical rates, and he like crash landed with that last thing. Like if you were trying to be, because he kept it really smooth throughout the entire, even though they didn't like him, he kept it smooth throughout the entire little dating segment by being extremely respectful. Because that's what saved him to me, that he was extremely respectful, probably very mindful of the platform that he was on, but at the end he just he just crashed. Like, it was so corny to me. And then it makes me feel like if we were to go out with each other, you would do the most in public. Like, you wouldn't have etiquette.
Right. Oh wait.
Like, you already dressed like PCA.
I guess somebody went to his Monet went to his Instagram. See, I'm about to heat up.
Monet went to I need to see the fits, Mo. I need to see the fits.
I'm about to heat up, bro. I'm really about to heat up because it's like.
Because why didn't he wear this to the show?
This looks like something from the out. I don't really like the fits either that I'm looking at. The Yeezy boots, you can't wear these boots.
Okay, not the boots, but the first one. The first two were okay.
I feel like
how old
he
is
definitely
he
could. I don't know. He probably our age, like 27, 28 or whatever. I don't even know.
Okay, I could see that. I could see it, but it's like Yeezy. He got other Yeezy boots in the fit. I don't got a problem. I got Yeezy stuff too, but it's just like, you know, you're so unserious, bro. like it would just be nice to see diversity in a person. I think. Like, is there anything else on there? And then, you know, preference is a thing, but that was my thing. I just feel like he crash landed and it was corny. And then like the animated voices. If you personally don't do voiceovers and comedy as a person and that's not your niche, just doing it randomly on a show at the end, it's weird.
Okay. Thank you, Remy.
Don't talk to me like, yeah.
All right. Moses, we're going to bring her up. Hopefully it works this time.
32.
He's 32?
Yeah, bro, he's 32.
Never mind. Moses, let's see.
Yeah, hello?
There it is.
All
yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
You can hear me, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, man. I'm not gonna stay on here too long, but you know, first off, before I have to say anything, why did he go on a show and dress like that? I mean, I think he could have dressed a little bit better. But anyways, let me get to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think his game, his game was off. That's one. Two, you know, I think that, you know, because in reality, you could still go out like that and still pull women. So, you know, the fact that I don't think the dress has anything to do with it. I think is more so his game wasn't strong enough to get what he wants out of that show.
Okay.
You understand? So that's just what it is. Now I didn't see. I wasn't paying. I saw half of it. I wasn't paying attention to much of it. But you was talking about he has muscles and all that, right?
Oh, that's what Miles brought up. Yeah, he brought up that a lot of the chicks were giving him a pass because of how physically in shape he was.
Well, again, right? Well, again, listen. Like most guys that go on that show could be having muscles, but again, you got to understand something, man. Your muscles cannot speak for you, dogs. You understand? Because in reality, like the pineapple show, those guys are human beings, just like I'm a human being. So it's like if you go like in reality, bro, like a dude who's fat could go and get women.
Right.
A dude who's skinny could go and get women.
Right.
So it's like, bro, it's all about as long as you have game beats out all of that. Like, bro, I even seen dudes who look broke, who's dressed worse than that, get women. So I don't think the dress has anything to do with it. Okay. I think his game and his confidence and his identity has a lot to do with it. And then because his game is weak, that's why.
Okay. And how did you feel about his little puppet segment at the end of his segment?
Like I said, I didn't see the end of the segment. I gotta rewatch.
Do you want us to show it again? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. No, it's okay. All right, I appreciate you, Moses. Now that you got it fixed, I hope to hear you on more of these topics. All right.
Yeah, of course, man. Because like, bro, like going on that pineapple show. I mean, bro, like sometimes you actually know when guys go on a pineapple show, right? Sometimes a woman, even if you have tight game, sometimes a woman could be popping her balloon because she see other women popping their balloons. Mm-hmm. You know that, right?
Right.
Yep.
Because understand, like, yo, in public, women are not going to be honest with you in public. You know that.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say that, man. His game was kind of weak. So that's why, you know, things happen like that. But yeah, it's nice to get this working. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, man. Feel free to jump up here. Everybody's welcome to the Flock Talk. All right. I'm gonna grab people that we haven't heard yet. So Chubbs next door, how you feeling? How'd you feel about the orange shirt and his puppet show at the end?
Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the puppet show, man, I ain't gonna lie, that was cringe and corny. Cause like a lot of people already said, you done got popped by all these women. It's like you taking up other people's valuable time who are here to find love or potentially find love. Like we not trying to hear that. You could have did that offset behind the scenes or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we not trying to hear that, bro. We here to watch you. Like we here to like legit find love.
Right.
Like I just feel like, you just up here wasting people's time. Like go ahead, bow out gracefully, like the young lady said. Go, just take your L, chalk it up, and go on to the back so we can get to the next segment.
Right.
But yeah, it was cringe though.
Okay. Appreciate you, Chubbs. To the people, did he say Pineapple Show? Yes, he did, but Pineapple Show is in relation to like dating shows. Okay. So we're gonna bring up Luster Poet because he's the only one who hasn't gotten to speak, and then everybody else, I'll bring y'all all up. Y'all can talk your talk, and we move you down. Luster, how you feel?
Hey, how y'all doing? It's nice. This is my first time. I like what y'all do, KiteZz, and your lady as well. But I'm gonna keep it short just for time.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's one of those things where it's like when you're so creative, you're so, I don't want to say disconnected from society, but you're so in your head kind of thing. And I think he was just being himself, to be honest, at the end of the day. And like, and we've had women as well and other men as well on the show. Kind of remind me of that. What was that children's book author that was wearing the purple shirt with the brown pants, and then
Billy.
Yeah, him. And then we had that other lady too that came back. The one that I think she plays like Legos or something, like bring out her inner child. And so I think to be honest, I know y'all get into it later, but I think this lineup of ladies was a bit. They were definitely feminine. I will say that, and I think it was the lineup was a special group of ladies. So I think these men, I don't know how they do the compatibility, but I would be remiss to say that the men were not selected well for this lineup. I will say that.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay, respect, and I hope you chime in on more of these subjects, man. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, dang, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't. It's because the pause. It was the pause. I thought he was done. I'm sorry. I hold him. All right. My fault. I didn't even mean to do that because I thought he was done. He muted. All right. I can't do nothing right. All right. Whatever, man. I didn't mean to hold him. Like, it's not my fault. Like, I thought he was done.
It's okay.
I'm getting liberal with the trigger. All right, bro. You know what? I'm not moving nobody else off the stage. This is y'all now, because you know it's crazy. If somebody get moved off the stage, it's not me no more. Goddess, Goddess, or we'll just actually, man. You know
Go
what?
ahead, Goddess.
Nah, hold on, bro. You know what, bro? Everybody just get the freak off the panel. There's only one person I want to hear because I told her to come back up here. Everybody can get the freak off the panel. It is what it is. Nah, shut up. I'm ruling it. I'm in charge. All right. Puddin' Pop. How'd you feel about the puppet thing? We moving on. I'm done with this subject, bro. I'm crashing out. All right.
Okay, I was trying to, support Monet in her defense, but granted, everybody has their, their type and their personality trait. Granted, yes, it was cringy, but sometimes in the moment you gotta have like a little lighthearted segment, to loosen the tension building, I guess. But granted, yes, you're here to find love, but sometimes a little bit of a funny goof moment is bound to happen. There's some laughs. I know there's a couple with Danny, but I just don't know. I don't know.
I think you're still playing it safe, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. The guy, he came in as himself, just sharing his creativity, with all of us. It's just, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a place and a time for everything,
Be real. Well, you taking some time before you show your real self. You ain't coming out the gate showing everybody who you truly are. Let's be real.
But then again, I do because I could see how everybody was saying like it was kind of like a shameless plug type of thing, because
God,
he could have gracefully got off the stage.
Goddess, raise your hand again. But... Raise your hand again. I hold you. Raise your hand. I hold you. Raise your hand. I hold you. I know. I hold you. You and Chris. Goddess, raise your hand. I hold y'all. I'm sorry. I hold y'all. It was a moment of weakness. It was a moment of weakness.
It was surely a moment.
It was a moment. I was in the wrong.
Hello? Tell my mom on you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. As far as the skit, I believe he was trying to impress the women.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what that was all about, really. Because first of all, this ain't Showtime at the Apollo, so why are you doing all that? Seriously.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his thing, like, oh, okay, if I do the skit, the women are gonna laugh. Then after this show is over, I'm gonna start getting numbers and all that. And really, you don't have to do all that. And all he had to do was just be himself and just be confident.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see, too many guys, they're doing just too much. And I noticed with all the women who are on this panel said that he was corny, meaning that he was doing too much to be liked instead of just standing on him. Really.
Right. Okay. I agree with you.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you have more to say? that last little dang, it sounded like you had something else to say. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, let the trigger go.
Yeah, you ain't gotta hold back.
Oh, who? Wait,
you?
Oh, me?
I'm talking about
you.
you.
Before you muted, you was like, "Dang!" Like you had something to say.
No, it's not like I just listen. Like, guys need to stop worrying about being liked. That's it.
Right.
And just be you, because here's the reality: everybody's not gonna like you. So why are you doing trying to impress everybody? Just be you, and the people that God ordained in your life is basically gonna show up. That's it.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Word.
I'm done.
I feel you.
You don't have to be a try-hard.
All right, Goddess. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my behavior. We're gonna bring you up. I'm gonna mute your entire segment. Go ahead, do your thing.
Man, y'all didn't have to do me like that. I was gonna keep it short like his orange crop top, and you just kicked me off. But it's all good. Anywho. So now I forgot what we was talking about.
I lost topic.
Geez. How did you feel about the animated segment with his skit?
Oh yeah. So okay, I felt like it was just awkward and unnecessary because, he was finished with his part, and then out of the blue, he just wanted to share this video with everybody. That's why I was confused. I said, why he didn't say that before? Because there was a girl on there. She said she was a high school teacher. So I was like, they was going to be a good match. But then y'all explained it to me. I was like, okay, never mind. But I don't know. It kind of felt I'm trying to think of another word because I feel like cringe has been the theme. But I'm sorry, Monet. I do not support you in this. I have to go against my sister here. And it reminded me of I don't know if y'all remember the girl Rizoma when she was on that reunion and she brought out like this perfume bottle.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the reunion segment.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, to me, it was kind of like the same amount of like cringe and awkwardness, because it takes away the essence of the show, like finding love. And why are you doing things like that when it's really not necessary? You know, just you could have just let your part in and just keep it going, not, you know, stall and waste time for that silliness. So I mean, that's it. Other than that, I mean, he was okay. Y'all cracking me up in the chat, but yeah, I'm gonna pray for Monet and
yeah, pray for her, gang.
He's too old for you, bro. I don't know why you defending him like that. But yeah,
all right,
that's all.
I appreciate you, goddess.
Yep.
All right. Let's get to the next point of this flock talk. The next major challenger to step up to these wonderful ladies. Let's do it.
My name David.
Step that way.
It's David.
David, how old are you?
I'm 30.
And what do you do?
I'm a postal carrier and a part-time investor.
Okay. And now what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to travel, play the game, hoop. Well, I'm sorry, play basketball. Go to
Alex, why you look disgusting?
Read from time to time and get back in the gym, so work out too.
Got it. Now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
Somebody who's kind, loving, understanding, down to earth, and somebody's good with communication.
Okay. What are some deal breakers?
If you can't communicate.
Okay.
Like, if it's a problem, I want to address it at that time. I don't want to, 3 weeks later, I'm just sitting down. You be like, oh, I find it funny how you did such and such. Bring something up 3 weeks later. I forgot what I did now. So.
Right.
Stanilla swirl, Stanilla suit, that strawberry vanilla Neapolitan fit. How'd y'all feel about brother Stanilla? Stanilla suit, man. How y'all feel? Let's hear it.
I like his suit. I just don't like the fact that he's standing slouched.
Oh, right. Well, first off, I mean, the dude, he can dress. He put on the suit something different. Like they said, you got to dress to impress. He definitely followed that rule. Dress to stand out. So I don't see nothing necessarily wrong with that. I mean, in the interaction with the women, I think a lot of them were kind of sugarcoating their words, and I felt like a lot of the women were kind of leaning towards possibly having, maybe questions about his sexuality. They were using different words, like snazzy, and just kind of using these decorated terms, especially like him having the hoop and the earring and the outfit and all that stuff. I think a lot of them were just like had that in their mind, like I don't know, but they're trying to be PC and trying to be politically correct and all that stuff, and they don't want to say nothing too out of bounds with that. But I mean, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna stand on that part.
Okay, respect. Stanilla suit. Alex, how you feel about Stanilla suit? How you feel?
I liked him. I'm sad that he didn't get enough time, because I don't think he actually asked any questions or anything like that. If I'm mistaken.
Nah, his segment was pretty short. After his initial, it was just like pop after pop. because stupid things that happen. But there is something interesting that did happen with him that I am going to target. But I want to hear everybody's initial opinions about him before we get to that specific part. Chubbs, let's hear it.
Yeah.
All right, so with him, I think he came well dressed. He was very articulate and well spoken. Had a great career. I feel like women just. I see why all them women are single. If we just being honest, because popping your balloon over his earrings and his nose ring when women get online constantly all day and glorify Tupac, Chris Brown, and other celebs who have nose rings and earrings. They wear the same thing. It's like, it's like y'all picking and choosing. I mean, it's whatever with that. Also, Alicia, the girl in the black who came back, who want to call him snazzy. Like the dude said before me, women be kind of using these different words and stuff and we know what you're insinuating when you use words like zesty, sassy, snazzy. It's like, bro, like y'all are low key, the word, but it's like, come on, man. This guy, I'm disappointed that he didn't get a match. Like, I just believe like he was well rounded. And
Okay.
yeah, that's really it. That's it.
Okay. Bum 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 bum. A lot
Is
of people.
snazzy an insult?
It depends on how you take it. I don't think me personally, when I think of snazzy, it makes me think of like those old school, like
sharp, clean,
70, 80 type of like it makes me think like mafia people and stuff like that, how they used to have the suits and be like, look at that snazzy guy. But if it is an insult, then hey man, if that's how people take it, I'm not gonna tell them how to take it.
The definition is stylish and attractive.
Yeah, but you know how everything, like, I don't know. I think that's what it is. But if people feel like was an insult, then I'm not gonna tell people how to feel. But I get what you're saying. Chris, how you doing?
Yay, what's going on? I like to challenge next door. I don't think it was the nose ring. Okay, the reason why though women like Tupac and Chris Brown, they got sex appeal. See, this guy doesn't have any sex appeal about him.
Posture.
That's really what it is. Yes, posture. And I don't think the suit is really actually him. I think he bought the suit thinking that the actual women was actually going to like the suit instead of finding stuff that actually goes with his actual personality. So he was off on that. I don't think the suit is him, to be honest with you.
So, Chubbs, if you would like to rebuttal, since you have been not necessarily called out, but there's a difference in your opinion between his opinion, we will allow you to come up and see if y'all can find a middle ground, but that is completely your choice. Nobody is forced to do anything here. Yep. So you guys can have that dialogue.
But I just want to add too, real quick. It's just like, it's posture. It's the way he carries himself. He carries himself as if he doesn't care about his day to day. He doesn't really care. He's dressed like this for the occasion, sure, but outside of this, he doesn't really give a damn. That's why like standing slumped over like that versus keeping your back straight, your chest forward, shoulders broad. That means a lot. That tells you a lot about the person that's standing in front of you. That's all I want to add.
Senna from the YouTube chat just said, I checked his IG. He's had that suit for a while now. He wore it at a breast cancer awareness event. So that maybe that is him. But this is not about me. Chris and Chubbs, you guys have initiated a conversation. So you guys have the floor. State, Chris, what you disagree with on Chubbs' point and allow Chubbs to respond.
What I disagree with you, they wasn't popping on his nose ring. They was popping on because he lacked sex appeal. Because I noticed the woman said, "Oh, he's so nice and all this and blah blah blah." Okay, when women tell you that you're nice and all that, what they're saying to you is there's something about you that's not appealing. There's something about you that doesn't arouse me. That's all that means, basically, when women actually say that. So the difference with Tupac and Chris Brown is they got that bad boy sex appeal image to them. That's it, really. And I can just tell in this guy's behavior that he has this like nice guy vibe. That's all.
Okay, Chubbs. How do you?
Okay. All right. I see your point of view. There was, but there also were women who actually pointed out his dangly earrings.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she actually said like, your nose ring, your dangly earrings and stuff. Like not to go against, what you say that there were women who probably didn't see him like having any sex appeal, but specifically there were women who specifically said, I popped because of the essence that you got on your locks. I popped because of the nose ring and the dangly earring. Because blue dress. Matter of fact, she was like,
"Here you go.
I wear dangly earrings, and I don't wear studs. I prefer my man to wear the studs. And if we both wear dangly earrings, then it's like, so that's why I said, women were popping on the, trivial stuff like earrings. Like that's just, and when it comes to stuff like that, you can trace earrings like that, dangly earrings and nose rings, all that kind of stuff back to our ancestral history, like African kings and goddesses and stuff. Like men and women had the dangly earrings or the gauges and stuff like that. So that's what I just say. But like I say, I will say, he didn't have the highest sex appeal, and yeah, he was kind of slouched over and stuff, but he just, like I said, he just seemed like a chill guy.
Yeah. There was a comment that he made. Oh, go ahead. I don't know.
I was gonna say to give. No, you guys are fine. This is between y'all two. I just want to give context to the claim Chubbs is making. We have the footage of that, so I'm gonna play that for the people that want to be like more informed on what Chubbs exactly is talking about.
That's all. That's all.
I mean, I'll switch it up sometimes. I put stud hoop. I just left the hoop, so I respect it.
Okay. He said he changed it up.
Okay. yeah, but now it's like I got it in my head, and then it's like I always wear my hoop. So when you want to switch it up and wear yours too, I'm gonna be like,
so you're not attractive to like men who wear hoops?
Yeah, like you can have your nose pierced, but I'd rather just be the stud. I don't know. It's just it's petty, but yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
I respect.
So what she basically was saying that the only reason why she rejected him was because she was wearing a hoop nose ring and he was wearing a hoop nose ring, and she can't date a man who wears the hoop nose ring because it's gonna be awkward that they both have the same nose ring. She said that if he would have came out, she said if she would have came out with a stud nose ring, she would have took him. But now that she knows he likes wearing hoop nose rings, she can't date a guy who wears the same type of nose ring. Now, Cinder, go ahead, say what you was finna say.
That ain't the biggest bunch of BS that I've ever heard. Almost, bro. Almost. But that's some BS. I don't believe that for a second. It sounds like a lie because y'all were both wearing the same hoop or a nose ring. Y'all, you saying no? That doesn't make any sense. What does that have to do with his character? What does that have to do with his person? Why couldn't he just change it?
And that kind of goes along with Chubbs's.
It has something to do with it.
Yeah, but that goes along with what Chubbs was kind of saying, because it was kind of like it was pretty stupid. But y'all continue y'all conversation.
Like, I'm just wrap it up with this because it's like women, like you can check 10 boxes on a women's dating card, yes, and that one no, they're gonna pop. You can be like I say, you can have a great career. You can be a great father, a great husband, go to church, you know, you can dress well, speak well, look very handsome. You can be a chocolate, sexy, buff, muscular dude, and oh yeah, you wear hoop earrings, so pop.
That's it.
Well, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, it's y'all.
I noticed he said that I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, don't apologize in front of women. See, be unapologetically you. And see, that's the difference between Chris Brown and Tupac. Like, I noticed with Chris Brown and Tupac, they was I can't speak now. Unapologetic. You know, yeah. So that's what I noticed with this guy. This guy was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm this," and don't do that. You should never do that. You should never switch up for a woman. A woman should be switching up for you because you're the man. You're the leader. That's how it should be. That's what
Okay. All right. Thank you two for having a wonderful 1v1 session.
Yes, thank you.
You guys both made good arguments and good points. Thank you guys for ending it off respectfully. That's what we do on Flock Talk. All right, Smiley, you're up. And then Alana, you're next. So get ready to talk, Alana. Smiley, you got to unmute, gang.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So what I got to say, y'all might not like it, and I got to really go in. The thing about it is the difference between Chris Brown and Tupac versus him is that a lot of people pick and choose what they want when it's convenient for them. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that neither of them is wrong. For the women is wrong on that point of choosing the materialistic thing, but then his posture wasn't right. You feel me? And I don't know if that got to do with because he could be in an accident, or you don't know what happens with people. So like, I kind of felt a little bit offended when old buddy said that, his posture, he was leaning over, because you don't know what that dude has been through. You feel me? So you got to look at it from that standpoint. Now, everybody can't help what they posture or anything like that, because you don't know. You feel me? So like, I don't know. It's just like, at the end of the day, I get what Buddy was saying, what Chris was saying, but it's like you got to look at it from different perspectives instead of just yours, you know?
Okay.
I don't think that's okay. We can look at it from different perspectives, right? But we can't give that benefit to the doubt of it to everybody. If there was actually something wrong with him, maybe he should be doing that rather than being on a dating show. We gotta consider that too.
But the thing of it is, don't let that stop you though. If that has something to do with that, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I hear what you're saying.
You don't know people's situations, so you can't necessarily judge right off the bat, because yeah, he was leaning over, but we don't know that man from a can of paint. We only judging him from what we seeing on the show. That's like 30 seconds.
Well, okay, so
how many men do you know? How many men do you know with bad
hold on.
posture?
So hold on.
How many men do you know who
I have a
stand like that
disagreement.
actually have a problem?
Yeah, I have a disagreement with that, and it's just because I hate that comment, because we get that same thing when it comes to us doing reactions, where it's like people say like, oh, you guys are just judgmental because you guys don't know him and blah blah blah. the whole point of these people being on this show is because they're trying to find love, but they willingly put themselves in the court of public opinion. Meaning that if you are slouching and you know you slouch, whether we know it or not, and you come on the show and you're slouching, you can't tell people that they can't have an opinion about your slouching. You willingly came on the show in front of them doing this. It's not about if we know him or not. People are reacting to what you're showing them. If you show me that you come in here with an all black mask, with an all black jacket, with a shiesty, and you act like a thug, then people are going to call you a thug. They're not wrong for that. They're getting what you're showing them. So, but that's just me.
Right. I get what you're saying, but like at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, like we only got a limited time for people or whatever like that, and maybe he should have went to physical therapy. I don't know, but
there's probably nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, and I don't know, man, but it's like, man, I'm just trying to give people the benefit of the doubt now. I ain't trying to be like red pillish or nothing like that. I'm just trying to think more neutral about things, you know?
But the beautiful thing
I totally get what y'all saying.
The beautiful thing is you have the right to do that. You have the right to, because your angle, there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. But when it comes to these shows, even when it comes to people watching our reactions, people judge me on how I act and they judge Alex on how she acts. But Cinder is the only one that really knows me and Alex don't act like that in general. These are just how we act when we're making our videos. We're completely different people outside of the videos. So, but I can't be mad that people have this perception of us because I'm willingly putting this image in front of y'all.
But wait, do you think that's kind of playing the character then? If you're not being authentically, like, if we not being authentically ourselves,
so the
and
thing
I'm talking about in general.
So the thing is, when you're there, when you have a camera in your face, I don't believe there is any form of authentic anything when you go on camera, right? Like me and Alex said this on our reaction. The only things that are 100% true out of everything we say in our videos, the only non-debatable thing is we fear God and God is our focus and we're married. Those are the only true 100% nobody can question it type of things. Now, if I come through and I say this dude's fit is ugly, that's up for debate. If I come in and I say, initial attraction's a stupid way to say you don't like somebody, that's my opinion. That's just me saying anything. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if you put me in a setting where I don't have the camera and I don't have to entertain and I don't have to watch what I say and I have to say whatever, I could call the dude a lame, or I could say that dude is the most magnificent dude ever. But at the end of the day, I'm still in when the camera turns on, I'm working. You get what I'm saying? When the camera turns off, I'm chilling. Yeah. There's a big difference between the two.
Yeah, you're not wrong with that. 100%. Like, I feel like we all do, especially within the content space. You know, so I'm 100% at fault with that too. So I agree with y'all on that though. I'm not saying I disagree or nothing like that, but that's all I just have to say.
No, and you know what? You're not wrong for how you feel. So I thank you for sharing that. And people feel that way. That's 100% acceptable. Don't let people tell you how you're supposed to feel about it. You get me? Keep your opinions as your opinions.
Have your own opinion.
Right. Let's read the chat while Alana's getting ready. It's Miss Price said that's not necessarily true when she was between the conversation between Chubbs and Chris. I don't know exactly who she was disagreeing with. Oh, I get it. She said, I think he was just being courteous and respectful towards the part of him apologizing to everybody. I thought that too, because if you notice, as the guy talked, he said a lot of things like, ma'am. He was just proper. He was very proper throughout his segment. Jerome King said the whole point is finding love on a show that is on YouTube, so people will be able to have an opinion on what they do. Very true. Senna said it's true though. We don't know this man's body issues. Very true. So it's two sides to the argument. At the end of the day, whatever side you're on, you're not wrong for being on that side. Alana.
All I'm saying is we can't go every day in life. Every time we see somebody slouching, we think, oh, there's probably something wrong with his back. We can't look at everybody and just think that. That by that same thing is like Kite said earlier. Every guy we gonna see in a shiesty, we'd automatically assume is a thug too, right?
Right.
No.
Okay.
Hi, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I just felt like it wasn't like tailored to him. He just felt a little boxy. If he just had like a white long sleeve shirt, I think he would look nicer. But it's like, why do women have to like judge somebody if they wear accessories? Because they can change it out any day, anytime. And it bothers me sometimes. Like, you can't like upgrade them. You can't look better than them. You can't be in the bathroom for too long. Like, it's ridiculous. Even if someone else wears a suit just like that, it's still a pop. It's still not good enough.
Okay.
That's what I really don't understand about it.
Okay, no, that's valid. That's valid. She said that suit, no matter, I don't care who wearing it, it's a pop. You not Strawvanilla gang? You not Strawberry Vanilla gang? Like, what happened?
Like, the suit looks good. I think it was good, but if you just wear like maybe a white shirt and then to keep the pants, because you can't see the pants, it's too long. You know that sound. It's kind of weird. I just don't know.
I support Strawvanilla gang. I don't care how
It's not bad.
I just think he didn't need the jacket. But okay, thank you, Alana.
Go.
Lil Puddin'. How you feel?
Man, I just hated this for him, really. I'm not talking about the outfit. I'm just talking about how he just left off with nothing. Because it's unfortunate to, see that a guy with mannerisms and everything and being played down for like being apologizing. No, I think he came as himself, he's being authentic, respectful to each and everybody. And I just feel so sad that people are just nitpicking him off of these little tiny things like aesthetic, the studs in his nose. Are you kidding me? And I would get on the lady with the little pants by, what do you mean by we're not aesthetically aligned? Are we going off of like gender, specific clothing? He's a man, you're a woman, we all dress differently. Okay, he coordinates how he dresses based on his Instagram fits and everything. At least he has, sense of style. At least he doesn't come on the show with dirty shoes or anything. They would get on him real quick about that. But nose rings and everything? Come on. I just feel like this not just wasted his time, but this is just a waste of a good guy who is looking for love and everything. But you guys they want some thugs. I can't, there's not a lot of appeal for that, if you want a good guy, here's one here, but to waste him away, it's just awful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
She said, they want some thugs.
They want some thugs. I don't get it, but hey,
you know what? You see, Puddin', I knew you was holding back. That's who we want. That's the Puddin' Pop we want to hear. There you go. There you go.
There you go. You're welcome.
She said they want thugs. Goddess, come up here, and I got some words for you. I got smoke with you. Come up here. Say your point before I attack you.
What's
verbally.
up, guys?
Say your point before I get on you. Go ahead and say your point.
About what?
No, it's all good. Focus on your point.
I loved his suit. I don't think anything was wrong with it. I did feel like when he was going down the line and they were commenting on, his nose ring or whatever. And then I feel like he was respectful back to them. He would say, she's nice or whatever. And I noticed a lot of times that whenever like some of the women would kind of pick apart what the guy is wearing and things like that. A lot of times it's okay for the guy to give them a compliment, but if the guy says something that they don't like about the girl, then they get offended sometimes.
Okay.
I think that's interesting. But I kind of, yeah, I mean, I don't remember much about what he said that segment, because I feel like I don't think he was able to really talk much about himself, right?
No.
But that was pretty much it about him. Oh, and then I guess to add on to what y'all were saying about like him being snazzy or something like that, y'all saying?
Yeah, they said is snazzy an insult or a compliment?
Oh, so for me, I didn't think it was an insult, because I feel, like I said, I feel that he was presentable, and I really am big on presentation, like how you carry yourself, whether it be your personality or the clothes that you're wearing. So yeah, I feel like to me, it felt like he was dressed to impress. So I didn't see anything wrong with what he was wearing. And like you guys were saying, I mean, it is kind of contradictory a lot of times, because some of the ladies be like, oh, I think they said it to the guy with the orange, and they said, oh, you're not really dressed to impress, right? But then when you get the second guy to come on and he was dressed to impress, well, now you find something else to say about this person. Oh, not really feeling the suit. So it's like, well, what do you expect? This guy, he's clean cut, he's got on a nice suit and this and that. So it just doesn't make sense to me, because sometimes they'll say things like, oh, you're too casual dressed, or it's too over the top. So it just doesn't make sense to me, because just because you're not really feeling the suit or you don't like the suit doesn't mean that they're not dressed to impress.
Okay.
There's a difference. So that's how I felt about his segment, is that it's just contradictory, because you're telling the first guy who came on, like, oh, that's not what you should be wearing on the first date, but you got somebody who's wearing something appropriate for a first date, but you find something wrong with his suit, so it's just weird to me. And then you got some women.
Time, goddess, time.
Why do I get a timer?
Yeah, it was past 2 minutes.
It's past 2 minutes. You was going ham. It's all good though. We know it's just because you get your thoughts. So, but we got to make sure we get some, because we got people that haven't got to speak yet. Wrap it up.
All right. See you later.
Oh, see, I said wrap it up. You can wrap up your points. 15. Who the freak said we was giving y'all 15 minutes to talk? What the freak?
It's supposed to be 15 minutes a segment.
Nobody.
It's supposed to be 15 minutes a segment, which we don't go by, but that's fine.
Nobody get no 15 minutes to talk. I'll turn this thing off.
Everybody been abiding by the 2 minutes, so it's cool.
Oh, I was just gonna say just one little bit. I was just saying, like, some of the women, they just got on like those slits that are way high up, and it's like that. To me, that's not as appropriate to wear on the first date when you wear a dress like that. So yeah.
Okay, talk about it. Thank you, got it. All right. Next I'm gonna bring up Gutsu, because he hasn't got to speak yet. Before I get to him, I want to address the YouTube comments. Somebody said, I personally think the suit was fire. It gave Two-Face vibes. I would have wore it differently, but I thought the suit was fire. Jasmine said, he seemed very nice. Kai Mobley said, y'all talking about Harvey Two-Face with the eye emojis. Valencia had a lot to say. She said, nah, you can't wear earrings and a nose ring. Pop. He wore that suit and in bejeweled loafers, dressed like Mr. Brown from the Medea movie. Dang. Valencia.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. All right. Kai Mobley said Jet Set Radio was crazy though. That is true. That dude was crazy. This isn't first date appropriate at all, said Valencia. Jasmine said they held their balloon for Crop Top Sims, the Burbs character, and not the guy in the suit. Dang. All right. Y'all going crazy. Jerome King said, I didn't like how the woman in red dress was saying, oh, you shouldn't apologize for being yourself or something like that. That's crazy work to me. Yeah, she was saying he shouldn't be all apologetic to the women, but the thing is, I don't think he was being apologetic. I think he was just being courteous and utilizing his manners. He was just being nice. But I get you. Jaden Stephen said, bro, he looked good, man. Some of them women don't know what they want. And Valencia said, the slits are not appropriate, but that suit, that corny suit, oh brother. Dang. All right. Gutsu, we're going to bring you up so you can finally talk. Welcome.
Yo, what's up, bro? You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up? Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir.
I was waiting for a door to open, so I could be able to chat with y'all lovely married couple. May peace and blessings of the Most High be to you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I'm about to set this ablaze with holy rage. All right, dig this here. This man, he's obviously trying to send off some kind of signal, obviously, with his suit and because of the color he chose. Now, he may have received such, different results if he was to choose some other colors, or different, kind of style of suit. Maybe like something like what he's doing right now, but in a different, just a whole different style, period. And he's off too with the whole piercings and all that stuff because my Lord, he's against men wearing such things, amen. And such ornaments. And because that's in part of being, with the world, we supposed to be set apart from the world, we're supposed to be holy. Holy people don't supposed to dwell in the things, that are of the unholy. Right. All right. And therefore, and also with these creatures, right, that's lined up, let's get on them too. All right. And I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna tell you, none of them really are holy. And look what some of them are wearing, and also too, my little bro, MTR Mediocre Tutorial Reviews. He covers this. He also goes over every single one of their IG accounts. And oh my God! And cause see, y'all will do it right. Damn near at the same time of one another, So, and I try to catch, both of you guys, get both of you guys' tapes, and so when I go over to you guys, I'm like, there's some things y'all are missing. I'm like, Lord Jesus, I'm like, man, I wish I could, and there's so many people, that you guys have, like, in y'all roster, this part of your particular YouTube family. So, a salute to all of them. God bless them as well. But man, I was like, oh my God, I just wish y'all knew if y'all seen this chick's Instagram. I'm like, because they'll be talking like they're so astute and just prestigious and all that with their nose up in the air. A lot of other people know, right? They got their nose up in there because they can't stand their own stench, so they got to just go so far up because they stink right there, right? Because that's how demons are. Demons are all those that lie in filth, because they stink, so therefore when they participate in certain particular activities, such as all these Sodom and Gomorrah activities, right? It morphs them, from the spirit onto the outside, their body. So therefore, boom, and we get these females is just unfit. See, they're up there lining up because they're trying to date as if they are still in their early teen or their late teens and mid 20s and all that shit, so, and
Language brother.
Yes, excuse me. Yeah, I call myself.
You cooking? Go ahead. You cooking language, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, thank you, dear brother. So therefore, and I look at these women, I'm like, oh my God. And you see, Cat Williams is right. He's like, watch out for those that do you wrong, because those that do you wrong, everybody got the same eyes. Evil people, You know, that those who have done you wrong, you look at others, they got the same eyes, wicked eyes, the gleam of darkness in their eyes. So therefore, you know, I'll be on the watch for that too, as well, such mannerisms and some of the things that I've seen in these women's IG. Oh my God. No, they're far from it. No, they're lined up there trying, brother and sister. Okay. My brother and sister in Christ. As I tell you, they are lining up to try to get men who are aspiring to reach, who are trying to soar for greatness. Whether it's my brother with the gourmet pies or whatever, they are in the progress of prominence. They are trying to go after these men when the man that they have slept with, right, was nowhere near such. Dudes probably, they at the dating show, daggone trying to date somebody, and they got a dude laid up on in their couch right at the same time playing NBA 2K, ain't doing nothing, eating up their Captain Crunch. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, stop it, dude. Nowhere near it.
Hey, my brother.
So therefore, and I will say this lastly. And I'll say this lastly though, man, because there's so many examples now, and it's so blatantly obvious now that there's no sweeping this under the rug. You know, the issues of black women, you know, of American black women, so much so to where it's overseas. You got women overseas dissing women, American women, so bad, dude. Like, oh my God, there's so much content on it. Basically, therefore, so they can appeal to us black men who they know because they know what kind of women we want, the traditional women that God prescribed for us to have, which is, you know, submissive, humble, cooperative, not being combative with them, because it's just natural. It's just in us, man. I cannot respect you as a man if your woman or your wife is beating you on the head with her purse, the same purse where your testicles are in. No, I'm all masculine, straightforward, but I hold men accountable. And this man's suit is not exuding masculinity.
Right.
It looks like he needs to do some push-ups.
Okay.
His hairstyle, your hairstyle is better, bro. Your hairstyle is better than his. Real talk, no homo, no dick.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Hey,
but yeah, God bless y'all, man. Because I gotta get ready for my my live stream. I'm doing some video editing right now.
Hey, shout out.
I'm about to cover. I'm about to cover the House of the Dragons. I'm doing my review on that. I took detailed notes of the show and everything, so
don't forget to plug your channel. Plug your channel so people can go. People can go find you. All right. Don't forget to plug your stuff, man.
You're outside.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for that. You didn't have to do that, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right.
I wasn't. Yeah, real talk, man. But yeah, I wanted you to go a little bit further in this, man, so we can. Oh man, because this episode is something else. But all right, I know there's a bunch of people. I ain't going, this time. So God bless everybody. I'm out.
God bless you. God bless you. He talked his talk. He talked his talk. He said he at your house playing 2K, eating your Captain Crunch. Okay.
Wow, I'm weak. It's the testicles and the purse. All I got is gum and $15 in my purse. I don't know about having testicles in the purse. And that was so contradictory. No offense to him at all, but it was so much God and other things thrown around. He might be the governor of Sodom and Gomorrah. We got to be careful. Nah, I'm just playing. So as far as to bring it back to the gentleman we're speaking about, I personally do not like, I would say, the jacket. Personally, the suit, I can do a white suit, I can do a pink suit. When you mix the colors, it gets a bit tacky looking for me. Now, that might be his personal style, and I can't demean him as a person for that. But I will say, to play devil's advocate, none of the women that really come on this show can dress to me either. I don't really see anything higher than the great, and not to diss the fast fashion, but it's how you put it together. Everybody looks the same. I'm personally tired of seeing the leather tube dresses. We're not at the club, ladies, either. We're on a dating show. So, but when a man is to come at a woman's dressing, sometimes, women get defensive. we get, let women, let we as so it's like, it's kind of offensive to go there at him because he does look like and sounds like a well-rounded guy. He just, I saw the pink polo underneath and I was like, dang, I wish he would just take the jacket off. Now, the hairstyle put together with the outfit and the other things that they mentioned can come across a bit loud. I personally have no problem with a metrosexual man and a man who's into his style and dressing and things, but the suit and things gave me very much Steve Harvey. And I didn't, and there's nothing Steve Harvey be putting his fits on, but it is a very snazzy and not snazzy in a way where it's to demean a man's masculinity. Snazzy as in the actual definition where it's very upscale in a dapper, loud kind of way. And I think the way what's her name? Alicia put it, I personally don't think she was trying to offend anyone. If that's cool to say. Like, I don't think she was trying to offend anyone else.
It's your opinion.
Yeah. Like, I don't think she was trying to offend him at all. And it's for some of the guys to be like, oh, she was being, no, we've seen women get on here and blatantly disrespect men. I think she really meant that he was being snazzy and that's just not what she's into. And from a person who's looking at him off of just seeing him, I wouldn't be into him based on how he was dressed either. But, that's what the show is. You get 30 seconds to make an impression as soon as you walk out. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's my little 2 cents.
Okay.
No, I think the way Alicia, like her tone and like the little shimmy she did, I kind of could see how some men. Yeah, I kind of see how some men could take it that way. Like, oh, you look like real snazzy, like type thing. But I don't think she tried to come at his.
Sometimes when you try to say something to someone, but you're not trying to offend them, so you try to make it kind of cutesy in a way where you say it. I don't think. Yeah, maybe that's just her. And then she did.
Yeah, no. That's how she normally talks in majority of the episodes. So yeah.
Yeah, I think she was just not trying to be kind of. I don't want to say itchy with a B. But she's a cocktail waitress, and when she said cocktail waitress, it gave bottle girl. So I'm like, I kind of know.
You got to know how to talk to people.
Yeah,
say certain things and say it in a way that's still appealing.
Yeah. So that was my little 2.
Okay. Shout out to you. Let's get poetical. How'd you feel?
Okay, so are we still talking about? Are we still talking about this guy in the suit, or what? What is it that we're?
It's still this segment. We haven't moved on.
Okay. I mean, again, he dressed to impress. That was the purpose. That's what. People on this show should come and do. Not everybody does it, as we've seen with the first guy that was on there, coming dressing like a created character. There's people who put more effort into how they present themselves, and then there's other people who don't, who come a little too casual. I think, especially for this lineup of women, him putting his best foot forward and putting on the suit like that, to me, it went with the lineup of women, because they seem a little bit more serious. They seem like more mature to an extent. So dressing the way he dressed, to me, was like it fit for that lineup versus the first guy who crop top and that wasn't working well. But this is how you're supposed to dress when you're trying to impress women, when you want to take them on a date. You want to show them that you can do those things that a provider male would like to do, and put your best foot forward.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point. Thank you, Poetical. Miles, you're up, and then Chris is the last one, and then we're moving on to the segment that everybody wants to really talk about. Okay, we get into the good, juicy part. So Miles and Chris, let's wrap this up so we can move on.
Let's wrap it up, shall we?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we talk about Pinky. Oh, Pinky. It was a bad suit. It was a very bad suit. Wrong era. Kudos to him for wearing it. He could do what he want to do. It's funny. My uncle actually kind of had that same outfit, and he has actually pink shoes to go with it, with a pink hat. And when he wears it, the girls go crazy for him. Thing is, though, that was back in 1930.
Dang.
Okay, back when zoot suits were a thing. Right. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. That's like playing basketball today in Chuck Taylors. Why would you do that? No, it was cool back then, but not today. It's okay. It's okay. You tried and you failed. We all have shortcomings. It's okay. Other than that, he was a good gentleman, great person. Kudos to him, and I wish him well. I think his name is Cinder and Young Smiley. That topic you guys had about the posture, man, that was deep. That was really deep, man. I felt like both of you guys were really hitting hard with that topic, man. And that's a real thing we definitely got to touch on, because I'll be honest, I mean, there are people who have like injuries and stuff like that. And I think as we get older, it is a good idea to maybe like ask, hey, I noticed you got a slump. Hey, you kind of talk kind of funny. Do you have a slur? Were you injured before? But like you said, though, we can judge. That's the part of the show. It's part of the game. But at the same time, it's like people have disabilities all the time, and sometimes you gotta ask. You never know. It's rough, but that's just how it go.
Okay.
For sure, you never know. But my only argument is like, we can't speak of something like that as if it's the majority. Most people you see don't actually have disabilities. They just stand like that because they've been standing like that all their life.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, I think he was just a little chunky. He had to do some sit-ups. That's just being honest. Like that's my point of it. But it's like both you guys were saying the same thing, right? Like there was no wrong answers in that going back and forth. I was like, oh man, that's just a good way to look at it. Really just take the time to think, because I wear sunglasses indoors. If some of you guys might know, I'm the guy in the comments that's always saying, when everybody complains about sunglasses indoors, I'm like, I wear indoor sunglasses because I'm legally blind. And it's like, but people wouldn't know that when they see it, they're like, oh, why you got on sunglasses? Like, well, I can't see. But if you know anything about indoor sunglasses, sometimes they have red lenses, kind of like Cyclops from X-Men. And that's a symbol to let everybody know, oh, he's probably blind. And that's why he has to use those sunglasses. But most people wouldn't know. They just judge and say, oh, he got sunglasses. No, I can't do that. And it's like, you never know. You got to ask. Right. But both y'all were right, though. And it was a great topic. Yeah. I loved it.
Okay. Thank you, Miles.
No problem.
Oh, dang it. I didn't do that on purpose.
Hey, man, just stop cooking people. Why are you doing that?
Well, first of all, this wasn't even supposed to be my job. It's just the two people I have up here haven't done it a single time. So it is what it is. I'm not throwing no shade, but it is. Call a spade a spade. But anyway, Chris, go ahead. Go ahead, wrap this up so we can move on to the most important topic.
I got you.
Chris, you alive, buddy? They done killed my dog, Chris, man.
Maybe he's stepped away. Maybe he went to the bathroom or something.
They done got my dog, man. Chris! Chris! Speak to us, Chris. Hey, they done got my dog, Chris, man. Chris, make sure you go in your sound settings. Make sure you adjust your sound settings, man. Make sure you got permission.
Fine. He was talking before.
Yeah, he was talking earlier. I don't know what happened. No, Smiley, we're done with this subject. We're going on to the next one. We're going on to the next one, man.
He might have just walked away.
Yeah. We're gonna go to the next one. It's no disrespect. It's just we've been on this one for too long. It's time to get to the part that we all been waiting to talk about, gang. Let's do it.
Hello, welcome in. Let's go ahead and start with your name.
I'm Danny.
Danny, how old are you?
39.
39, and what do you do?
I am a senior partner with Premium Tax Advisors. So I do taxes.
Okay.
Get you a boatload of money every year. Fast and legal.
All right. Legal is the main part.
Most definitely.
Okay, and now what are some things you like to do for fun?
For fun, I'm an adventurous geek. So I'll play chess but then I'll go mountain climbing. But I'm not like a super adventurous. Like I ain't about to skydive and nothing like that. You know, I like mountains and I like being outside. I like to hoop.
Okay.
You know, but I like to read. I'm really into self-development and stuff like that personally.
All right. Now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
From a woman, it's really mindset. So one of my favorite quotes is, it's not who's for you, but who's with you when to climb to the mountaintop.
Okay.
So it's like, are you in it with me, in life with me? You know what I'm saying? So that's first and foremost is mindset, because I'm an entrepreneur. So if you don't understand that, then we ain't gonna get along no way. And then, but I want her to be nice to other people. She can be a little mean to me, but she got to be nice to everybody else. And then just, you know, allergic to giving up. You know what I'm saying? Once we in it, just let's rock it out. Let's figure it out.
Okay. Now, what are some deal breakers?
All right, I'm gonna be honest.
I was nervous.
If you don't understand the difference between like a good wig and a bad wig, we not gonna work out. I think that's a disorder. And then she probably got a bad wig. But
all right. Let's do it. This is the one that y'all all been waiting for. This is the conversation. Let's do it. This will be a 2-part conversation. This first part, let's talk about just his initial coming on to the show. And then part 2 will be the conversation that they had. Alex, how do you feel about Danny's introduction?
It was cool. I really don't have much to add.
Okay.
Danny is Danny. So.
Okay, let's do it. Remy, you up first.
I think what he said was perfectly acceptable. I don't know why people was on his top about the wig comments, but I don't like seeing it either. I don't like seeing women with jacked up wigs. Like, yes, the screen door stuff in the front of your, like, we've advanced to lace that you cannot detect. If your wig is unkept, and this just goes for your general appearance, like, there's nothing wrong with a man because they are, especially African American or, you know, men who are hip to women around them wearing wigs. They know the difference between a well put together wig and a wig that looks raggedy. It just is what it is. And if you're going to be on his arm, he would want you to look appropriate from head to toe. It's just the wig is a part of the head to toe. So that's my take on it.
Okay. She said what she said, y'all. Chubbs, let's do it. How you feel about Danny?
Hey, yo, shout out to my guy Danny. He came out respectful, well dressed, very articulate, as you can see from the video. He like I said, he got a great career. When it come, like, I feel like his preference, like I said, I don't like bad wigs either. I mean, I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. I see women all the time have bad wigs. A lot of them have good wigs. Like, I mean, I like me a bust down middle part, you know, or some goddess locks in their hair. You know what I'm saying? But you got a nappy, bad, ugly wig, then I'm like, hey, what's wrong with Shorty over there? She tweaking. But yeah, other than that, you know, like I said, you know, he talked well. You know, he should have got a match. I mean, but you know, that's for the next conversation. But other than that, like I said, he came out very respectful, and you know, he was a gentleman.
Okay, that's what's up. Let's do it. Cause everybody ready to get to the argument. That's why everybody keeping it short and sweet. Let's do it. Poetical, how you feel about Danny's introduction, man? How do you feel?
Well, as far as Danny goes, I think it's cool. I don't see nothing wrong with his introduction. I mean, he's one of those type of guys where he has a personality. He jokes a lot, has a sense of humor. I mean, and tends to go well with the women. So I don't see anything wrong with the way he stepped in and presented himself, the way he was talking. You know, and what's the issue? Like, he's been on here a couple times. You know, just trying to find a match, and I mean, eventually he'll get it. But his approach ain't bad, I don't think.
Okay, that's valid. All right, Monet, let's hear it.
Yo. Danny, I think he has, a cool personality. He's just one of those guys where he's unapologetically himself. And he's also just one of those people who knows what he wants and what he won't stand for, which I can appreciate. Because what's so funny is Danny is the type of man that a lot of women say they want, but once they get it, they don't like it.
Talk about it.
Because to be so honest with you, like I love me an honest man, because he gonna keep me in check. And if I'm not looking right or looking the way I should be as a woman, and he tells me, of course my feelings gonna be hurt, because we're humans and we're pride and we have pride. And if somebody say we looking out of whack, of course we're gonna be hurt by it. But at the end of the day, after I get out of my feelings, I'm still gonna be like, you know what? He had enough respect for me, or this person had enough respect for me to tell me that I was looking out of whack. And what, depending on how they do it, will also, say my reaction as well. Because respectfully, I don't like to look at a man that got a jacked up hairline. Now, it's sometimes genetics play a part. Sometimes genetics play a part. I will say that. However, if you know that your barber been loyal to you for the last 5 years, and you get one haircut and you're not looking as fire as you should be, you need to have a conversation with your barber, whether you actually talk or you scrap up.
What did I do? I'm helping the audience get a gist of like a bad hairline.
But yeah. But if you know that your barber been serving you right for the last 5 years, you get one haircut and it's not hitting as fire as it should be, you need to have a conversation with him. And it's nothing wrong with telling people that they look off, or like something don't look right, or they laces showing, or something or they got broccoli on their teeth. It's your delivery. If you tell them in a nice way, pull them to the side and not publicly embarrass them or something like that, then, of course they're still going to be hurt, because that's just the natural pride of a human who has emotions. Right. But at the end of the day, after some self-evaluation, they're really just going to take it as, you had enough respect for me to tell me that something was wrong. I'm going to leave it at that. Mic drop.
All right. That's peace. That's respect. All right. Miles. Miles, make sure you accept the hand when it's blinking.
Hello?
There you go.
Okay.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Danny. Okay, well, first off, shout out to Danny. You could tell he's a public speaker. I noticed the way he held his microphone to his face without having any issues. You could tell he has a lot of confidence speaking in front of an audience, speaking in front of a people, in front of a crew of people. So he had no problem there. He spoke well. He showed personality. He didn't fluster with a lot of his words. He didn't rush his words either. You could tell he took a breath, thought about the answer. I had no problem with what he said. Everything what he did was fine. What he said about the wigs. So I was one of the first black men to attend Paul Mitchell, the beauty school, and graduate. And, I get it. Oh yeah, I'm about that life. Yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff in my life. I'm very happy. I understand the comment that he said. There's a lot of times when I would have like a woman come to me and say, oh, I want my hair to look like this picture. It'll be a picture of like Beyonce, and they're 300 pounds, 310 pounds. And I'm just like, you're not Beyonce though. And I would like kindly show them, I put my thumb in front of Beyonce's face and say, do you really like the hairstyle now? And then they go, oh, it's not that pretty. And I was like, exactly. You just like Beyonce. and you're not Beyonce,
Right.
unfortunately.
Right.
And so a lot of, and some women don't want to hear that. So I can understand why why people might have had some, issues about that. But other than that, he did fine with his introduction.
Okay. Why did you put that image in the gosh dang Alex? You were so unserious. You are so unserious. You make me mad, bro. Before we get to Chris, we got somebody who hasn't spoke yet, so we're gonna do Kishaya. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hi. Hi. Just it's gonna be short and simple. I mean, his Danny's intro was simple. He's a man with confidence, because I can tell that he stood stern on his confidence, and the kind of person that he just straightforward. At least he's honest about what his preference is. And even if it's like women with front lace or wigs or whatever, like he just mentioned, like what he just said, like, as long as the wig is nice and neat. Some men prefer natural beauty, be natural for who you are, not just for anyone else. So I think he just, like I said, straight to the point. His appearance was very nice. I like, his outfit, his appearance was very, just simple, very nice. And he just, like I said, and some of the women, I guess, because of his confidence, some of them couldn't handle that. They couldn't stand toe to toe, if you know what I mean. So that's probably what it is. Maybe it's his appearance, aura. I don't know. I'm just trying to describe it in a way that, because his personality, how he shines so bright, is like, some of the women, maybe they don't want to deal with that. Maybe they think that, oh, he's too petty. Oh, he's this, that, and third. If you just get to know the person. That's what you're signed up on the show for. And that's all I got to say.
Okay. Very well spoken. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
See, I didn't do it this time. I ain't do it this time. It wasn't me. All right, Chris, then we got Smalley, and then we gonna move on to the final topic, which is the most important topic. Go ahead, Chris.
Yes. Yeah, with Danny, I like his honesty. I like how humorous he was. But as far as the wig comment, I believe he should have saved that for if he was dating one of those girls. I would have saved that for that. I wouldn't have put it on the show like that. And as far as the skydiving, same way with that. I would have saved that for somebody that I was actually dating. I wouldn't have mentioned that, because once again, the woman's going to be influenced by you and what you like. So she's going to actually pick up on what you actually like. So I would have if I was Danny, I would have started by saying, I like women that follow my lead. I like women that respect me. I would have done something like that. All that extra stuff, that to me in the beginning, that doesn't really matter to me. What really matters to me the most is this woman's character. Is her actual character on point? Not all the skydiving and the wig stuff. Save that for if you were actually dating somebody.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Shout out to Chris. Good job, man. All right.
First off, y'all all bringing up good valid points. He has a problem that I typically deal with too. I feel like he a little too blunt for people, and I think that they can't really handle the bluntness. You feel me? Like, people be like how Monet say, they want bluntness, but they only want it when it's convenient to them in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can be too blunt to be in a situation with certain people. I feel like them women up there was too like masculine for him. He needs somebody that's more on the feminine side that's gonna be like kind of directing him like, hey babe, okay, you could joke a little bit, but don't, you feel me? And I don't think that they understand his humor, because even when I noticed when the girl popped, the one in the middle, the light skinned girl popped on him, he was like, yeah, she don't really understand my humor. And I get where he coming from that, because when we got like people like me and him got dark sense of humor. So like we laugh at funerals, we make tragic situations out of, laughter. That's what real comedians do. Even the comedian Miles, he could attest to this. Like the darkest comedians like Richard Pryor, all of them grew up in dark situations. So you get what I'm saying? It's just when you have a dark sense of humor, it's gonna be hard for you to find a partner. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's what he really facing with.
You laugh at funerals, gang?
No. You make fun like, dang, why he look like that in the casket, or like, you get what I'm saying? Like you kind of, or like, you feel me? You kind of make a hard thing, a hard, like, to try to not from crying. You kind of, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You bring light to a depressing moment.
Yeah, so, and I feel like that's kind of hard for somebody, yeah, to be like in a serious relationship with, because you don't know when he joking or when he serious. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So it just depends. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him though, but I think he gonna find somebody though, cause he seemed like a real good dude.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Smiley. Let's get L Dragon. We ain't heard from you all day, L Dragon.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been saving myself for this topic. So
Remember,
as far as
right now it's the Danny's introduction. The next one is so save that other part.
well, so as far as Danny, I really like him. Like he be speaking a lot of truth, and he's very funny.
Mm.
The main thing I have a problem with him, well, not really a problem, but something I noticed is that he will say something very deep and informative, and then go right back to being funny.
Right.
And I just really don't like that, because when I'm listening to him and I'm actually taking into what he's saying and I'm thinking about it, and then he says something funny, I laugh. So I don't really take into the important stuff that he says.
Right.
And as far as the wig situation, I'm not a wig expert myself, so I don't know. But as far as him having a preference on the type of wig that he wants, or someone who needs to know the difference between a good wig or a bad wig, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Because some females know the difference. Wants a guy to know this difference between a good haircut or a bad haircut.
Right.
And I don't really see the problem with that.
Okay.
That's it.
Shout out to L Dragon. Okay. All right, you hounds of war, you monsters of combat. Let's get to the part y'all really care about. Let's get to the part that everybody really cares about. All right. Yeah, y'all already putting your hands up. You fiends of combat.
I'm so much more than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the east side of Atlanta, so like
Okay.
I like to get adventurous. I like to get a little rowdy, a little ratchet. I'm a little rough around the edges.
That's where I live now, Atlanta.
ATL, shout out. Yeah. Okay.
I can't with him. Let's go over here. Your name and age.
Chi-Chi 32.
Chi-Chi, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I'm gonna be nice about it.
Don't be
So this is as nice as it's gonna get. So basically, I don't like someone who's based on like image, like he said the wig thing, but you have on a tight shirt and tight pants. So it's like if you're gonna talk about someone else's image, you should look at your own image.
I looked at my image 10 times in the back, but it's cool though.
Oh, well, to each his own, like I said. But I feel like for you to be so aesthetically focused, you should also be aesthetically pleasing.
I feel you.
That's all.
I ain't gonna tell you no lie. The bad wig thing is like you can't fix that.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You can go to a hairstylist.
Tell her that.
You tell her that.
I tried.
You did.
Yeah, this is from experience. This is not like, I'm an entrepreneur, so I done sold hair and
Same,
everything.
same.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just sell salt to a slug. I feel you.
Yeah, so I'm talking about like, hey, maybe you should try this. Maybe you should try that. And it's like, if you don't get it, and then her mama had the exact same one, I was like, I just can't do it.
You talking about people's mamas?
Man, is she a woman too?
Gym. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Don't be talking about wigs and you need to go to the gym.
Hey, I done lost a little weight, man. It's okay. It's cool.
That's what I'm saying. You worry about wigs, you should be worried about the gym and the diet and other things like that. I just
feel
feel
you.
like, once again, if you're gonna be focused on aesthetics, you should be aesthetically pleasing.
That's cool.
That's just my thing.
I feel you.
Danny, is she someone that's your type?
I mean, I feel like if in a relationship, she'll be like a ride or die. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll seem
I'll
like
be ride to ride. I'm not riding to die. I want to live. Ride to live.
ride to prosper. However
There you
wanna
go.
do it.
Yeah, okay,
You
one
know what I'm
up.
saying? She seemed like she would be like really into it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how she would treat me. She seemed kind of feisty, and I kind of like that a little bit.
I'm a
You know what I'm saying?
Sagittarius.
Man, I don't know what that means.
Welcome
But
to
it's all cool. You could be whatever. This is like how you treat me. See, she saying all right. You know what I'm saying? Hair cool. You know what I'm saying? She cute. Got a little fit.
Okay, well, thank you.
What's your diet like?
I meal prep a lot, and I'm a personal trainer as one of my entrepreneurial endeavors.
So you ain't gonna put nobody on? He got to already come.
You ain't gonna take it to the hairstylist? She can't get a good wig? You can't pay for it?
I could pay for it.
He tried.
I tried.
You
That's
sure
what I'm
you
saying.
tried?
On my look.
You tried
bruh.
with one woman does not mean you get to put everybody in the category of bad wigs.
Is your wig bad?
I have locks.
So what you worried about it for?
But that's what I'm saying. I also feel like when you're talking about women in general, don't take your one experience and feel the need to like
I'm
go
gonna be honest.
hung up.
Ain't nobody here got no bad wig. Okay?
Then why'd you say it?
Cause she asked me what I didn't like.
Your deal breaker is a bad wig, and then
It
you
was
had to go ham, and then you just talked about somebody's mother.
Whose mother?
The bad wig mama.
What's her name?
I don't care.
Exactly. So what
why
she
are
care?
I care of how you talk about aesthetics and about a woman. There's other comments that you made, but I just feel
So
like
I can't be honest with you?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're not
All right,
aesthetically
then.
pleasing to be talking the way you talk. That's all I'm
So
saying.
you saying I gotta be fit and swole to
Yeah, you
goddamn-
need to be fit,
to say I don't like
swole.
certain things about certain women.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
about
okay.
somebody's appearance.
Well,
if
I'ma
you're
see
talking
you-
about appearance, your appearance needs to be on 100. That's all I'm saying.
March 2025, we had the same conversation.
March. I will not care in March. Right
All right.
now, you're not aesthetically pleasing.
All right, that's cool.
Thank you. Let's go back.
Woo! So, fat people, because we're not aesthetically pleasing, because we're fat, we're not allowed to have opinions. So, thus, I will be not talking for the rest of this segment. Let's do this segment, man. Cinder, do you have something to say, brother?
Anything to say? Not to that. That's I want to hear everybody else first.
Alex, how you feeling?
I'm fat, so I can't talk.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all know the rules. Fat people, we can't talk. Chubbs.
Man. Hey, see, first of all, she out of pocket. It's like, why is it always the last person in the lineup who always try to have the viral moment? I've noticed that on a lot of episodes, but dang, I'm over here losing my thought because I'm so ready to talk about it. But like he mentioned, he was like, none of the women in the lineup had bad hair or bad wigs or whatever they had in their hair. So it's like, why are you trying to fit the shoe? Why are you so offended by my preference? If I don't like bad wigs, I don't like bad wigs. And then it's like, I'm sick and tired of women always nitpicking at men. You could talk about their hair, their suit, their teeth, their ears, their nose, their eyes. And as soon as a man talk about a woman's nails or hair, her feet, then it's let women be women. Let women do this. You shouldn't be talking about us like that. That's sassy. That's zesty. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. And then she over here, she digging into him, talking about Jim, and I'm like, he's not even that big. He got like a dad bod, is what I'd call it. Like he's not even like fat. And she over here talking about so you're not aesthetically pleasing. Like it's clear, like she's very big headed because of her body. Like she's a fine looking woman. She got a nice body. Her hair, her locks is nice. You know what I'm saying? But Danny was really just brushing it off. Like he was just really laughing at her. And low key that was kind of like getting to her because it like, oh, he should she probably wanted him to be offended by her talking about his weight and his size. And he was really just laughing at her like, hey, respect. Hey, I respect cause she and also she was like, he said he don't argue with women. She probably was trying to push his buttons to see if he was gonna like, take the bait.
Okay.
But he went like, yeah, he caught on to all that. And like, I'm just telling you know what I'm saying. You talk about me, I'm saying? I ain't tripping off what you saying, you know what I'm saying? But if he really wanted to get petty, what I'm saying, with her, we could talk about her gums since she missed 420 and never mind. I'm gonna let somebody else talk.
Okay, respect. Okay.
That was about to go in.
No, I imagine, you know what? This segment was such a viral segment. I imagine there's going to be a lot of people that got a lot to say about this segment. So let me read these comments real quick. It's Kai Mobley said, it's because he pointed out a flaw in the women which they don't take kindly to. Chi-Chi was a crash test dummy. Jerome said, Chi-Chi's the celebration of food. Kai Mobley had a lot of nerve to talk about health, but she's a 420 puffer. Jerome said W2F. Kai Mobley said a bad wig is too much, but Barry White's suit was okay to talk about. Miss Price said her pride was hurt. Okay, so let's get to the next person. Miles, let's do it.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Well, great segment. It was very entertaining. But I want everybody to understand one thing, and I'm gonna be real clear. Everybody listen carefully. Danny and Chi-Chi were a match. Okay, that's real. They were a match the minute I saw it, because first thing Danny was pointing out was he don't mind a girl being mean with him, just be nice to others. And she was mean with him. He was liking it. There was times when he was saying some smart stuff and she was kind of like smiling back like, okay, touche. Okay, you did that. People like that are usually matches in real life. And I'll give you a prime example of a movie. If you guys ever seen it, go watch Why Did I Get Married? Angela and Marcus. And that's what those two would have been like. It would have been an argument back and forth. But if you notice in those movies, in real life, there are couples like that. And they stay together forever. And truth be told, some people like that. Some people that argue back and forth, some people have relationships like that where you think they just hate each other, but really they love each other. And
they burn each other.
Yeah, they sure did. And loved each other no matter what. I mean, and they were the long lasting relationships on that show, on that movie. And it's like, okay, I see where some relationships are like that, where it could be kind of chaotic in a sense, but yeah, they were. I saw a match between both of them, no question about it. I saw it the minute they was arguing back and forth. Everything he said, he was right, spot on. Everything she said, he was feeling it. She was feeling it. It's just like, I think with the show and the people around and the atmosphere, In real life, they got together, it'd have been no problem. They would have hooked up easily, got together, been a couple. And that's very controversial, but I mean, I wonder what other people think about that. Do they look like they could have been a match or not? I think they could have.
I think they could have, just because I've seen, especially out here in Cali, those type of toxic little back and forth couples, those be the couples that be having the best time, because after they get done clapping at each other, all it takes is somebody to have an opinion about either one of them, and they both tag team on that person, and they be it's just
exactly
a disaster duo type of couple.
And I come from the New York, Jersey area. You've seen these pop the balloons from the New York girls. They can be a little crazy. And the truth is, when you bite them back, they like it. It's like when you rude back to them or you catch them with one good one, they be like, okay, I like you. Yeah, you got a little spunk. I like that. And then they start hooking up with you. They don't like a soft guy. You know, they like people who got something to say. She never said sassy. She was just like, okay, touche. I see how you, okay, just, lose weight, fatty. And he could have been like, okay, well, take the eyelashes off because you're blinking too much. I mean, he could have said something quick like that, but he didn't at the time. He had a lot to say, but she was into it. I could see it in the eyes. She was into it.
Okay. Shout out to Miles, man. Let's get to the next person. I felt what he's saying, because they could have been a match. Yeah, Nitro.
What is happening once again?
Going on.
So she really pissed me off. She reminds me of what's her name, Mish from the reunion. They might have been going to the same place to get whatever it is that they're getting, whatever weed they're smoking, whatever air they're breathing. I don't want it over here, right? Danny and hers, like Danny's the definition of no weapon formed against me shall prosper, right? Because how does she take so many things that this man has said when he's genuine with his words and twist it into this thing where you just got to degrade and attack this person?
Right.
So even to Miles's point, they would have matched. Okay, maybe they do match, but I guarantee they break up, right? Because she's not hearing what's being said, and then whatever she thinks she's heard, she runs away with it and becomes an attack on the person that she's with. As we can see, it's against Danny, and they're not even together. And this is a platform. So what's going to happen behind closed doors?
Right.
We talking domestic violence behind closed doors. If Danny doesn't find a way out of this nagging situation, right? Like, Chi can't be doing those things. Hear one thing. Well, what do you got to say about bad wigs? No, I just know the difference between a good one and a bad one. He didn't say, yo, all wigs are bad, don't wear it. And like, where was it going?
Right.
What is she trying to do? Are you really just trying to get somebody angry? I'm happy he didn't get angry, but like, I was looking at what her objective was, because is she then later on going to say on another catch up or reunion type episode where Mish had said, yo, mans don't protect us? Well, you literally attacked a brother right here on the screen, and are you going to complain that he's not protecting you later on at a potential point? Like she needs to calm down. On top of being blind, she might be deaf, and maybe she needs to lay off not just the weed, but whatever she's putting in with her weed, because it wasn't it. It was not it.
I agree. I even said it during the video. I didn't like how she was. It's very dangerous when you take somebody's words and you manipulate it into something else that wasn't said. Like how he said, like, oh, and then the girl's mama had the same weave, and she flipped it and said, oh, so now you talking about somebody's mama? It's like, no, he wasn't talking about her mama. He said the mom had the same weave. He wasn't ragging on the mom or anything. It's just that's what it is. And so it turned into a, well, now you see, here you are, you're unaesthetically pleasing, and you have the audacity to be talking about people's mamas. And he did a good counterpoint to her by saying, okay, if I was talking about her mama, what's the name of the mama I was talking about? And she said, I don't care. And it's like, okay, that's an important detail in the conversation. So you made a claim, I asked you for proof, and your response to me asking for proof was, I don't care. That is very dangerous. Those people are, that's false accusations. Those people are extremely dangerous. But I thank you, Nitro, for sharing your point.
One more thing, if I can say.
Go ahead. Yeah, you haven't talked about this.
So I was with a lady that actually acted like that, right? So obviously with her, I was stressing the F out.
Right.
Right? Because I live my life honestly. I don't give lip service, right? So when she was doing that, misunderstanding what I said and then running with it, and I'm looking back, yo, what did I actually do? And I know I didn't actually do anything wrong. It had me stressing out about who I actually was.
Yeah, because it's manipulation.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I said, like, even if they had matched, it won't be good long term unless she worked out through like you said, that listening to not what's being said and running with it to God knows where, and now we're pulling hairs and all that crazy stuff. I'm done.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you, Metro. I mean, Nitro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex makes a good point about that, because even with Nitro talking about how he was dealing with a woman that was twisting it and it had him questioning himself, that's a form of manipulation. And Alex brought it up. She brings up in videos that manipulation is a form of witchcraft. If you want to talk more into it, Alex.
Oh well, I don't want to get too deep because people don't be caring. But yeah, it is a form of witchcraft. Trying to control and manipulate someone or like conscrew certain things is a form of like witchcraft. So yeah, she completely took everything left field, took everything that he said out of context, and yeah, she was manipulating the situation regardless of how Danny conducted himself. Yeah, he could have went without saying certain things, but he said them. So it's just like, you take it with a grain of salt. A lot of the women that they eat stuff like that up. They can't help but to go back and forth about it. And I felt like Danny, to some degree, because he was so unfazed about it, he enjoyed going back and forth, which I think kind of like what Chris was saying, it hurt him to get a match because he kept going back and forth with so many of the women. And if you see like how some women come on the show that are very assertive and very like about their stuff, when they're going back and forth with a man, they leave the conversation. All right, next. Danny could have went through the same little transition, but I feel like he found it entertaining.
Cindy, you got something to say?
That's my 2 cents.
Not about this in particular.
Okay.
It's a very interesting scenario, and like I definitely don't think that like just because you look a certain way doesn't mean you can speak on other people's appearances and stuff. It seems very it's very rude, because like you can have a preference. You could be like a big dude, for example, and prefer smaller women. Doesn't mean you can't have like a comment on like how other people look and stuff like that.
Right.
If only that's how the world actually worked.
Yeah, it's just a very odd take.
Right. Alana, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm great. What is your take on that little argument that between Danny and Chi-Chi?
I just didn't like that topic switch up, because you have to be pleasing to others to comment about that. Like, my mom would not let me walk out the house with a bad hair or bad clothing, and that was kind of rude on her part to be like that. Like, I don't know why people are like that. Like, that's just rude.
Okay.
How you
Because
have
your
to be
appearance
fit.
matters.
Like, you should know what a bad wig is or a bad hairstyle, and then you walk outside like that, and that's how you present yourself sometimes.
Right.
You don't care about your appearance. So that's what I didn't like about that.
Okay. Short and sweet.
So yeah.
All right. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining.
People only really care about the fit ends because there's a lot of connotations that comes behind being fit. It's like what it implies. Since you worked hard, you're probably disciplined if you're in good shape, because you go to the gym every day, you work out, you eat a good diet and stuff like that. There's a lot of positive connotations on the end of it, and that's why that stuff is held in such high regard.
Yeah, and I understand that, and I kind of get what people are saying, but it's like, because
I don't think you should dehumanize anybody because of it, though.
yeah, that's where it becomes a problem, because there are people that are fit. They feel like they have the right to speak on people in their situation and how they carry themselves. It's one thing where you're given like unsolicited opinion that nobody really asked for, but you're gonna give it anyway, but in a respectful way, versus like, why are you even talking? You're fat. Why are you even saying this, that, in the third? You're fat. Like everything is a quick jab. Like even if you look at how people treated Lizzo, she can't have a right to say nothing or do anything because she's big, because she's fat. She lost the weight. She went on Ozempic. However way she lost it, she still don't have no.
Oh, the Ozzy is smoked.
She got smoked.
Alex got smoked.
A screenshot worthy right there.
No, don't do her like that. Don't do her like that.
Oh,
Nah,
I was about to.
I know you. Don't do her like that. I gotta protect my wife. I gotta protect her at all costs. You're not finna do that. My poor baby.
I'm not finna Mr. Sider. I'm not for the Mr. Westwood. It ain't that bad.
I gotta protect my queen, man. Monet, come on. welcome back. You were in the middle of your sentence and you froze, and I had to kick you because Cindy was about to get a nasty screenshot on you. It was a bad screenshot.
He was. It would have been a bad freeze frame, bro.
Yeah, I had to save you.
Bro.
Hey man.
But go ahead. You said Lizzo and Ozempic, Alex. You talk about Lizzo.
I was saying like because people use the Lizzo as like for an example, like because she was in her big stage, people felt like she couldn't say certain things or have an opinion because she's fat or whatever the case may be. Yeah, she was a hypocrite, but it's still like
it still was happening to her. Yeah,
you're persecuting her because she's fat.
Yeah,
not because of her character flaws. There's a difference.
Like I feel like when it comes to the Lizzo conversation, Lizzo did terrible things, and she should be held accountable for the terrible way she treated people. But we're not gonna pretend that years and years before that incident even got reported on, like that woman wasn't getting ran through the mud because she was a big girl. Like I don't even listen to secular music, and I only knew about Lizzo because of all the memes and roasting that they were doing to Lizzo before I even knew she played
I was crucifying her because she played on a flute and she was big. I didn't know you had to be a certain size to play a flute.
Yeah,
exactly.
But that's another thing. Monet, how did you feel about the Danny and Chi Chi segment?
Chi Chi.
You can't be. It's funny how you're wanting to talk about somebody being aesthetically pleasing when your side Chi-Chi's is showing and you showing your torso with your piercing. Respectfully saying. That's one. Two, Danny's the kind of man to be assured of himself. So when he brought up those very valid points, though of course she went to talking about his body, calling him unfit, and saying X, Y, and Z about him. In my honest opinion, one, it was a low blow, and two, I honestly feel like she knew she was wrong because she has a very manipulative spirit that I was able to sense. And it's just like she wanted to cause chaos. Like she kept saying a lot of illogical things with the other men that she popped on. And I just find it funny. So you get one man that is very has no screws loose as far as I know in his head, and is just pretty nonchalant and unbothered by you and your demons. You decide to attack him for his fitness journey, for how he looks, and then on top of that, when he actually challenges your perspective and your illogical terms and statements, you want to resort to bodily shame and calling him out of his name and doing X, Y, and Z. But here's the funny thing: if the roles were reversed, he would have got canceled.
Yeah, he would have got canceled.
He would have got canceled. If he would have said, "Oh, well, why are you talking about my body when you sitting here showing your torso?" He would have got canceled. Why are you saying why? Like if he would have said a lot of things, he would have got canceled. And I just find it funny. Like she really just had a huge problem with him for some odd reason. How you want to talk about somebody and their weight loss journey that you don't know about, or their health problems that you don't know about, when you're constantly inhaling marijuana, which inhibits your lung capacity and also has long-lasting effects on your health? Make that make sense. You can't be one to talk about somebody and then it's just like he was talking about somebody's mothers and talking about somebody's wigs. Child, you don't even wear wigs. You got locks. You got shoulder length locks. You don't need to wear a wig. Granted, there are some women who still choose to wear locks over their wigs for whatever their reason. However, how can you be a protector of women or try to protect women when you don't even have any logical footing to stand on? You don't have any valid reason to protect women. It's like, I find it funny how a lot of women nowadays are trying to protect women and trying to have these roles and basically be the savior of women, but they can't even logically comprehend or even fathom how stupid they sound and the things that they be saying.
Men don't even like women.
Exactly. Exactly. You'll be the biggest woman hater. You don't even like your other sisters in your sisterhood, but you want to be the women defender. You want to be the avatar that's bending all elements to protect your women because a man is imposing on this and a man is doing that and a man is doing this, which is so funny how a lot of the times, yes, there are some men who, try to impose on real bonding sisterhoods and, try to impose on the dating life. But a lot of the things that go on in the single world and in relationships, or when women try to get in relationships, a lot of that's from the inside of the house, which is the women. A lot of the problems that be going on, or why women don't find their life partner or even try to go with another man, because it's because of the sisterhood. It's because of the other women. Oh, well, I popped because he said oh, he didn't like her lashes or he didn't like her wig. But you ain't even got a wig on. You got a freaking muffin top or locks or what have you. And it's just like, just because you're in a physically smaller body doesn't mean you're any healthier than somebody who's in a bigger body.
Talk about
I'm pretty healthy for my chubby size, okay? But I can run half a mile. I can't say the same thing about Miss Skinny Sally over there who plays sports and all that jazz. I can't say the same. So for you to make that assumption just because you're in a smaller, maybe more desirable body to a man, that doesn't mean you're all that in a slice of bread. Like, be for real. Like, digest on that for real. Because nobody in their right mind is able to call somebody out for their lifestyle choices, because he could have easily said something about you smoking weed. He could have easily said something, Miss 420 this, 420 that, yada, yada, yada. Get off my line with all that. Mic drop.
Oof. Don DeMarco. Okay. When they came out here and started going hammers. Okay, little pudding pop, let's do it.
All right. So with the whole back and forth thing between Chi and Danny, this is so unnecessary. This is so unnecessary at all. And the fact that they got to have more than 5 to 10 minutes on this segment, it's like, wrap it up. This is done. I can't stand this, this 420 thing at all. I don't go by it. I don't live by it, but that's, her choice. Those are people's choices and everything. The fact of the matter is, disrespect is disrespect. There's no need to be doing all this low blowing, going, attacking on your character, your outfit. And who are you to judge on somebody who's just doing their thing? They're looking for love. And you're misconstruing their words about bad wigs and everything, trying to, look out for people's image,
Right.
If you come out crazy, you don't want people to, embarrass you and publicize you for looking how whack and crazy you are.
Right.
So I just find this whole segment unnecessary. This should have been all done with. And the fact that her name is Chi, no, she got to change that name. Listen, I like Dragon Ball. This Chi is not it, okay?
We do not claim this Chi.
I don't claim this.
Okay. Talk your talk. All right. Thank you, Puddin'.
Didn't Chi get herself smoked in Dragon Ball?
Yeah, she got slapped by Beerus. Let's do it, Tyler. Tyler, you haven't spoke today, so we're going to let you talk first. How you doing?
How you doing? She seems like she's a debater, and like she's the type of woman that she wants to get her point across, and that's it. And like, if you have something to say, then she'll start being very argumentative. So
Mhm.
a woman like that is real dangerous because you don't know. She has like different mood swings also. So hopefully Danny will learn his lesson of not doing that type of woman in the future. But I had a quick question, and I'm about to leave from work. When as for you, Alice, I noticed that like when Kai asked like how many matches, I know you always say two. Is that like your favorite number, or because I'm always curious about that?
It's not my favorite number. It's I have low expectations, so I can't have high expectations for something and the results have always been the same. So, and it's not like a jab towards like Arlette and Pop the Balloon or anything like that, but in the beginning, like they were on a high stride. They were getting matches, like 3-4 matches every episode. But after the second season, like getting towards the end of the second season, it's been 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 0, 0. So it's just I picked the lowest number so I don't, get my hopes up too high.
Okay, I was just every time you saying two matches, I just started laughing. I'm like, wow. So that's why I thought that was your favorite number. But thanks a lot, guys. Good night.
Hey, shout out to you. Have a good drive safe when you get home from work, man.
Have a good one.
All right. Let's get to the next person. We got Poetical. Let's do it. Before Poetical starts speaking, let's go ahead and read some of these comments. Lizzo was a hypocrite. I was talking about the body positivity nonsense. Okay, that's valid. Kai Mobley also said, which is what I'm saying. You need to be healthy, but you're putting that stuff in your lungs. And he's talking about towards Chi-Chi's weed. How she said she wakes and bakes every opportunity she gets. Chi-Chi was generally doing on purpose. No way she didn't understand where Danny was coming from. I agree. It seemed she made it personal. Lepoy said, I also peeped that she seems judgmental and condescending. Her style of communication was putting the contestants down as she rejected them versus actual constructive feedback. It's screaming insecure. That is a solid point. She was the perfect example of listening to respond, not to understand. Yes, that is a very, very solid example of what this was. Poetical, go ahead, man. How did you feel about this little altercation?
Oh, okay. So now we finally get to the crux of this whole thing right here. First of all, Miles kind of took the point that I wanted to bring up. Let us all understand here. Danny and Chi-Chi, they're a match. I noticed that by the end of the conversation, it was a lot of back and forth. She was wrong. She attacked this man when he didn't even come for her. He didn't come at her first, but she felt like she needed to put the cape on and to be the defender for all women and just come at this guy and just try to break him apart. He played it cool, you know what I mean, with his mouthpiece and his personality and his sense of humor. He knew how to handle that, and they were able to go toe to toe for so long. And if you notice, by the end of their interaction, she was still kind of smiling, like the interaction didn't end with it like being, oh, I hate you, this and that. Like, it wasn't bad. They both were kind of smiling and stuff, but he was looking at her a certain way, checking her out. I think she was doing the same, checking out. Like, they like that type of interaction. I definitely believe that she liked him. Now, as for her, I'm glad that you brought up the point of her being manipulative and kind of taking what he said and just, going in different directions with it, because women like that, they're very dangerous. That's not cool to take what someone says and kind of add little lies to it and twist it, and and just go all different directions with it. It's not good to do that, because now you make that person look kind of crazy in front of other people. So definitely don't want to mess with a woman that's doing that type of stuff. But
again, like Danny's a jokester. He held his own. Definitely think it's wrong that she said like making it seem like people who have different body types or whatever, if you're not small like her, petite like her, or whatever, that you can't have a certain opinion. That's foolishness. That's not nonsense. I mean, she's a 420 weed smoker, pothead, whatever you want to call it, and from the way she was acting, she's like halfway blind, so she may want to lay off of some of that stuff too. But um, yeah, that's it. I mean,
No, that's good
come
right
on,
there.
like,
You made some solid
it's
points.
just
Yeah. All right, Poetical. Thank you for cooking up, man. L Dragon. How you feeling?
Honestly, guys, what are we doing at this point? That's basically how I feel about this. Like, what are we doing? Like, I honestly, I watched this yesterday, and to this point, I still don't get the whole hostility she has towards what he said. Like, it doesn't make sense to me because all he said was, "You need to know the difference between good way and a bad way." And
Right.
for some reason, he took that and tried to manipulate the situation to make him feel like he was just this bad person who don't like women or disrespect women because she felt some type of way. And this is why, like you constantly say in your videos, people don't listen. They don't listen to what people are actually saying. They only listen to how they feel and
Right.
not to what's really happening.
Right.
And honestly, I just feel like she shouldn't even be. She shouldn't. That whole conversation didn't even need to happen. and then, and then going back to the whole health thing, right? How are you going to tell someone that they need to work on their weight because she basically just talked. She basically came for his weight. Like
Right.
that's basically what she just talked about. But how are you going to talk to someone about their health, but you openly admitted that you smoke, like however frequently you said, like it pretty much contradicts itself. And then going back to the whole weight thing, she said unless you're aesthetically pleasing, then you shouldn't have an opinion. And but that's subjective. What you may seem as aesthetically pleasing to you may not be for everyone else.
True.
And because of that, it kind of sounds like you can't have an opinion until I say you can have an opinion.
Very true.
You can't speak your mind. You can't say how you feel unless I say you can say how you feel.
Right.
And it sounds like you trying to control this whole situation, and it was just crazy to me because she not only just insulted him, she insulted a group of people who body shape was like him. So, so it's crazy to me how you felt so strongly about over one thing he said that you felt the need to attack him, try to disrespect him, and even though Dane did not say anything disrespectful to you, he did throw a few comments, a few petty comments to you, but he didn't openly disrespect you the way you disrespected him. And the
Right.
crazy thing about this whole situation is, if the roles were reversed and he was saying the same exact things that she was saying to him, he would have been canceled.
Yes.
We wouldn't even be talking about this. People in the comments will be saying, "Oh, he's misogynistic. Oh, he's the reason that women aren't protected. He's the reason why we need men to protect women." But it's like you're not helping the situation. You're putting yourself in the situation,
Right.
and it just doesn't make sense to me. And I just feel like, at what point are we going to get to a place where a man can express his preference or an opinion without it being taken to the level where you need to come at him with so much disrespect towards him? When are we going to get to that point? And vice versa. When are women going to get to the point where they can express their preferences without men coming after them? It just needs to be an equal situation. Because unless someone's not disrespecting you, then you shouldn't be so passionate about it. Like you have locks. It shouldn't be that. It's not that serious. That's just how I feel.
Okay, and you know what? The crazy part is, you're probably the youngest person that came on this panel, and the fact that's a frustration that is even affecting like people as young as you is even more annoying. And it's just because at the end of the day, the situation is gonna always be what it is, just because we've gone too divided as a species, because we've created platforms and pillars where people feel like their voices are inflated, and their voices are how they think or what they think it should be. They have platforms to vocalize it and push it out, and they don't care, and they're not going to be corrected. And then you have groups of people who all feel the same way, who can go to these platforms and help vocalize it. But then when somebody has an opposite opinion about it, that vocal, whoever's platform is bigger, is going to be the one that has the right to the final say about it. And it's just like, oh, well, you're wrong, right. Shut up. And unfortunately, men, we would have platforms that could truly defend us, but then it doesn't help. We also have platforms that quote unquote are saying they're defending the men's perspective, but their whole campaign is just destroying the women, which doesn't help anything. So it's vice versa. But I get you.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. It really doesn't help the situation.
Right. Thank you so much, L Dragon, man. I appreciate you. All right, Young Smiley, let's do it.
Alright, what's up, guys? So I got a huge problem, right, with the whole pop the balloon and the time limit. And like, I appreciate you, KiteZz, for having a 2-minute time limit, because I felt like that whole segment was just too long. And I feel like when it be too long like that, you be kind of zoned out. It's like how you felt at the last flock talk or the 2 flock talks before. It was just too long, and you like fell asleep. And it's like,
whoa.
He didn't fall asleep. It was getting to that point. It was long and tiring.
Right, it was long and tiring. So y'all get my point, right?
Yeah.
Y'all get where I'm going here. So it's like, if Arlette keep on having it spaced out like that, people gonna tune out, because I'm like, I got something else to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I really do want to watch it because it's supporting Black love, but it's like, man, like, timing is everything. And that, like, it was just too long, and it was too predictable. Oh, like, it was, the talking points was just too, you could already tell where it was finna go, so it didn't even have to be that long. Like, some things you could cut in half. Like how you edit, you cut it in half. That's all I had to say. Because Alex was like, and even that's how Alex was like, man, only 2 or 1 person gonna be there. And that's another reason why it's not successfully good right now, because she dragging on too long. If you let people just say what they got to say and not be in the funnel or say something wrong, that's because they up there too long. And they start to just say anything that come to their mind. You get what I'm saying? So if she short the segments up, she will have better success rates. But people just want viral moments. I get it. But like, people got time. Timing is everything. And those segments was just too dang long. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I feel it. Chris, you up next. If you're alive, Chris.
Hey, what's going on?
Yep, how you doing?
Welcome back.
Hey, not much. My thoughts about it is about his body and all that. I don't think it really would had mattered, because the plumber guy came out swole, and they said he looked like a Ninja Turtle.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yep.
So I don't think it really mattered. And here's the thing with this also. What he should have did was ignored what she said and not went back and forth with her.
Right.
And see, this is what we fellas need to learn. Stop giving your attention to women that disrespect you like that.
Right.
That's what he should have did, is not gave her any attention at all, because that's what she was looking for.
Mm.
Because that's why she said what she said because she knew that, oh, okay, if I talk about his body, I'm gonna get free attention. And when you went back and forth, what he's basically what she realized, that wait a minute, this guy is actually talking to me and rewarding me because I disrespect him.
Yeah, women like that. They eat that up all day. It's entertaining for us. Be honest, it's entertaining.
Okay.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
Chris, you alive? Dang, they didn't assassinated Chris, man.
Discord smoked them. Yeah,
smoke Chris.
Smoked them.
Discord been funny.
RP my dog, man. Let's do it. Kashaya. They didn't smoke my dog, man.
Hey, good evening. Thank you all.
Talk your talk.
Thank you all. Okay, so all right, so it does remind me of that. Remember that previous episode with what's his name? Alan, I forgot what's his name, Alan the plumber guy.
Aaron
something
the
like
plumber.
that.
Yeah. Aaron the plumber.
Yeah, and I forgot what's this young lady. She has like this raspy voice similar to Nene Leakes. Kayla. It reminds me of that previous episode and how those two were just going back and forth, and like what she said, she can handle certain guys like that, and she was telling him like, "Hey, you seem a kind of catty, and you know I gotta pick on you too, and this, that, and third." So it's kind of like that. I mean, for Arlette, it could have. To me, to be honest, that back and forth was a hot mess. And for Chi just to go above and beyond is, completely, it's becoming very toxic. And then you wonder why people look at her differently. And she, those two just going back and forth. And it's kind of like, because sometimes Danny can be kind of arrogant at times, as well as Chi. So the Chi name is like, I can't stand the name myself. I'm like, ugh, no wonder. But those two going at it back and forth was like unnecessary. But remember what Danny was mentioning. He mentioned that in the beginning about he doesn't mind a woman talk crap, or treat him bad. But see, once again, you have to. How can I say? You have to be careful how you present yourself, and how, be careful what you say. Be careful what you wish for, because these things can happen.
Right.
So when those energies kind of like matched up, like it's kind of like Chi done met her match.
Right.
And those two is like back and forth. I mean, he could have been a gentleman and just ended the conversation like, you know what? I'm done, and moving right along. I mean, the Pop of the Balloon episode, to me, in the beginning, it was nice, but now it's like becoming like a every drama talk show that you will see on TV, like Jerry Springer show. It's starting to become something like that.
Right.
I mean, and that's all I gotta say.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yes, thank you.
All right. We got Miles, and then we got our GOAT, Mr. Yankee, to wrap it up.
Hey, I'm getting the hang of this thing, man. Sooner or later, I might be the GOAT. You just gotta take your time. I'm getting used to this thing now.
Talk your talk.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk my talk. I'm just gonna be honest, man. I feel what everybody's been saying, but like my guy who we had the same similarity, we was thinking the same thing. Some of y'all just a little soft. I'm just gonna be y'all kind of soft right now because those two was feeling each other. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Just keep it real and raw. Those two liked each other. You could see it. He clearly said, I like that pushback. I like somebody to say, hey, shut up and choke me, and she was listening, she was paying attention and she was saying, lose some weight. I'm a comedian. I done had girls tell me all the time, you need to lose weight. And you know what? I end up dating them. It happens all the time. That's just what it is. Some people, that's not your thing. I get it. I understand that might not be your way of doing things, but a lot of people in the world really vibe like that. They got that same energy. They got that same fire energy, and two fires could go together and make more fire. That's just how it go. It's not malicious. It's just a little, tit for tat. Oh, touche, you got me. Okay, cool, whatever. And the next thing you know, she making dinner for him. Next thing you know, they dating. Next thing you know, they married. And you know what's funny? Your great grandparents would see like kids, women, and a man argue, and your great grandparents be like, y'all like each other, don't you? It's what it is. They used to always say that. Right. So I'm looking at them too. I'm like, oh man, y'all just look like a couple. That's all that is. That ain't nothing but a couple waiting to happen. I saw it a mile away, and I'm the blindest one on the panel. So yeah, y'all just acting soft. Just let it. It's okay. Not everybody's the gushy, nice couple. Some people like a little fire back and forth.
Okay, respect.
It is. I love everybody though. I ain't mean to call you soft. I'm just saying.
You're not. We know you're not throwing jab. You just speaking to you.
Yeah.
All right. He's talking his talk. Now we got the last but not least, Mr. Yankee.
God bless everybody and go Lions. We won.
Shout out to the Detroit
Go
Lions.
Lions. Let's go.
Yep. Now, here is the formidable thing. Remember The Best Man? The movie The Best Man or The Best Man Saga, Holiday, and the next chapter. Yeah. Quentin, I'm getting Quentin and what's name vibes off that. I'm getting so much Quentin and what's name vibes off that. Because Shelby, that's her name, Shelby and Quentin vibes from Chi and Big Homie, right there. Because the main thing about it is, I feel as though they can get together. They're gonna get together after the show. It's inevitable because anybody that can match energy with energy, especially how Chi was going tit for tat and this and that. I mean, he still kept it a book. He still kept it with grace, even though it should have been shortened. I feel as though they had a mutual, back and forth. They can spar with each other. And what Chi failed to realize, that was her match anyway, because in fact, that was the only one that could actually step to her and go back and forth. Especially that situation where he was like, "You went off on the mom." Yeah, but do you know her name? He's like, "No, I don't care about all of that." Then watch it.
Right.
Then
who cares?
Right, because the main thing, they was just going tit for tat, man. She was trying to be right, even when they were. So I understand where everybody was coming from like that. Especially Miles. Miles with that, because in fact I was looking at it, they like each other. They just ain't going to get it on the show. They're going to get it on after the show.
Right.
Because they had a different time. And then on top of that, certain things that she was doing, it kind of turned me off. I mean, yeah, I understand everybody's got their vices and they smoke weed every day, but I'm not a chronic smoker like that.
Right.
Because that becomes unattractive. That's like how certain men smoke cigarettes and then they hate on that. But it should go the same equal respect if people smoke weed. Because in fact, maybe if they got a high paying job, they don't want to smell like a Cohiba or just came out the cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Where they still frown upon it. Even though majority of the states is legal, some people still frown upon that. You just don't want to come up and look smell like good game. Can't do that. But I got a feeling they're gonna get together. Or or Big Homie gonna get his own show. I got a feeling they're gonna be a BM episode between them two. I got a feeling it's either gonna be her or him. So with Danny, with her or Danny, one of the two, they're gonna have a talk to BM episode.
Right.
It's inevitable. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it over the weekend.
Yeah, that's why we gonna be attentive to it. But I thank you for sharing that take because I mean I agree with a lot of people. You know, I could see them potentially being a match, but it's gonna be a very toxic couple. And you know sometimes toxic couples work. We can't control that, but it is what it is.
Especially where it's equal amount. Especially with an equal amount of toxicity.
Right.
And they have that. They do have that in spades. But God bless y'all. I want to hear more, so go ahead.
Oh, you was the last one, man. Anything else you want to say? You the last person to talk, man.
Oh, well, just want to say, go my Detroit Lions. They're now 13-1.
Mm-hmm.
We got an uphill battle with the Final Four, which is I like to call the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse. You got, let's see. Next week might be the tell of the tape of what's going to happen with Super Bowl. Keyword might. That's going to be a key major game to watch. And it starts at 4:25. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday with Josh Allen and his Buffalo Bills. Then after that, we got Chicago again, and then the 49ers, and then the season finale, which is the Minnesota Vikings. So for us to get to the divisional championship, if y'all doing parlays or whatever, if y'all into that thing, my money, I would go with at least go for a spread with one of those 14. Go for the spread, man, or play squares because there's gonna be a dog fight throughout the rest of this whole season.
Yes, sir.
But I'm still hoping for my Lions to become divisional leaders and champs. So and take us to the promised land, Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Just once before I leave off this earth.
Just once. All right, Mr.
Yes,
Yankee.
because most Lions, you got people that's older than dog crap that's been waiting for the Lions to go to the Super Bowl.
You know,
so just pray for my Lions and pray for myself as I pray for y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
Hey, much love, family. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Lions, man. All right, y'all. Thus concludes episode 6 of the Flock Talk. We thank y'all for being out here. We thank y'all for everybody that shared their opinions. We thank you guys for all the support. This video, like always, will be posted tomorrow afternoon for everybody if you want to rewatch it. We thank you guys for being out here. Shout out to Nitro. Nitro was the sponsor of the night with the donation. We appreciate you, Nitro. Big ups to you. You didn't have to do it, but you did. I pray that everybody, you guys, wherever you guys go, get the sleep you need. Have a blessed day at work. Have a blessed week until we have the next Flock Talk. It will be every Thursday as usual. All right. Y'all be safe. God bless. Peace.